and associates gather on a stand. The trial's a circus, but I've got a plan. Not a grifter, still worse than Dan. Hopscotch squares, don't trip, don't fall. BK and a felony, I've heard it all. Shake it, magic 8-ball. Tell me the truth, will justice call? Me be the diva, she's running the show. Chief Capone and Meg, yeah, everybody knows. Fact or fact, well, nobody knows. What the coin echoes as the chaos grows. My credibility left in a vehicle. Hopscotch squares, don't trip, don't fall. BK and a felony, I've heard it all. Shake it, magic 8-ball. Tell me the truth, will justice call? What the coin echoes as the chaos grows. My credibility left in a vehicle.
I don't know if my credibility left in a vehicle, but I always feel like it leaves when I leave the show in your hands.
I was gonna say, where did our viewers go?
I don't know. What did you do?
Randy was a little rambunctious yesterday. All of our viewers ran away.
Like, there's no one here. Oh, well, hello. And
Look, I'm here. I'll talk to you.
how are you? Oh, you want to hear something funny? It's not funny. It's just like makes me roll my eyes because so YouTube, like vidIQ is always telling me stuff. So I can go and get a score on my title and my thumbnails. So the other day I had YouTube make my thumbnail for me. And hey Sharon, what's up?
Hello.
And so because I wanted to see what happened. If I was like, here, you're so perfect at everything. There's Gabby. What's up, Gabby?
I don't think your numbers are right.
And that thumbnail scored lower than all the other thumbnails I've made so far.
Which one?
The one YouTube made.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, are you kidding me? You tell me, like, here's our suggestion. I take it, and it scores horrible compared to everything else I've made on my own. So then I just got an email from them. I haven't read it yet. I just read the subject. Stop switching subjects. I'm like, I haven't switched subjects. I'm still talking about the same thing. It's unaliving people. People that unalive people. Like, I would just like, I've not switched subjects. I've just switched defendants. That's all.
Yeah.
I switched victims and defendants. My subject matter is still the same as it's been for a very long time. But thanks for the advice. And then I get this other one and I'm like, this is total BS right now. You're one of our top uploaders. I'm like, oh, I am. I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not doing like Nick Ricada, like Mr. Beast.
Yeah, I'm one of the. Well, apparently they're not uploading, and I know Ricada's not, but I have no idea about Mr. Beast. But apparently they're not uploading as much as I am. Like, where's Baker is way ahead of me as far as everything that he's uploading because he uploads like 24/7. So
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, whatever. And then it said, and it'll ding me on this too today because like you went 55 seconds and did not talk about what your video was about.
Oh my
Lord,
YouTube.
It was like, and you didn't have any B-roll, and it was just two talking heads on there.
Yeah.
I'm like, your scoring sucks. But anyway, we are in the final phases of this Chante Mallard trial here. Finally, although it's gone fairly fast. I know Carmen made the correction yesterday, but just one, I feel like it's my responsibility because I've been the one saying it. And in case you weren't here yesterday, so there are several reports out there that Mr. Biggs lived for 3 or 4 days after Chante hit him and took him home and shut him in the garage. He did not She hit him. She went out on the evening of the 25th, October 25th. She went home early morning, October 26th, and he was found in the park October 27th. So that 1 to 2 hour thing that was really, it threw me when Cleet was testifying, and then when the state's medical examiner was testifying, it threw me.
Oh, no, it threw me
YouTube
too.
is a man that has a cold or is on his period.
Yeah.
What's up,
Shinny?
Shinny? Good to see you. And I'm with Shinny. I'm kind of believing that old Chante was talking to his spirit, because that guy was gone quicker than we thought, thank goodness.
Apparently, they're trying to tell me because whenever that happened, that's when my door that is completely latched opened, and there's no one there. Like normally, when that door opens, I'm expecting Cheyenne to walk through it. Nope,
Somebody did.
no one there, and it got super freaking cold in this room. I was like, oh no. What's up, Christine?
Hey, Christine, how are you? It's always good to see you. Yeah, so I was okay to hear that he did not survive that long. But right, look, my feed came to tell me 3 days after he died. It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Carly, how you doing?
What's up? Hey, and also thank you so much for joining Discord.
Yes.
I saw that you said that you don't know what you're doing in there. I'm an admin, and I don't even know what I'm doing in there.
I liked her name in there. That was funny.
Yeah, I liked your name in there. But yeah, thank you so much for joining.
So anyway, so good news, bad news. I'm sorry that it's taken me this long to correct it, because no, I'm not going to yell at you.
I hate my phone.
Yell at me, like, no.
I'll yell at you.
Christine, I hate that.
Yeah,
Those are
I
the
hope you feel
worst.
better. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you feel better too.
Like I'd much rather have like a stomach bug that just lasts like 24 hours.
24
than a
hours and
cold.
just be done with it. Colds just linger.
Yeah.
It's the worst. I see Frank. Hello, Frank. How you doing?
Frankie boy. Oh, I haven't forgot. I know that I have a Discord message from you. I have not looked at it yet, but I have not forgotten. I will look at it tonight
Mm-hmm.
or in 3 months.
It's probably better.
So
anyway, sorry about that. That was misinformation. It is out there though. I'm telling you, you can find it. The other thing that I was reading, and oh, I got it. Your feed. I thought you were saying your feed told you he also passed away 3 days later. I got it now. Your Fred came and yelled at me, but yelled at you 3 days after he passed away. Got it.
So yes, your apologies. Also, I have some news. You guys have me until the October 13th. And then it'll be very hit or miss after that.
Which sucks and good all at the same time. Good for you. Sucks for me. But oh well, I'll live.
There's a put in our family group chat. There's a new sheriff in town. And so I think you guys were listening a couple weeks ago. I had stepped down from federal and decided to go back to local. And then I got the confirmation today that I've been hired with the local sheriff's department. So I start on the 14th. So you guys have me until the 13th.
Like I said, bittersweet. I'm happy for her, and I'm really happy that you got away from the other place.
Because unfortunately, ICE is getting. That's who I work for.
Yeah, we don't need to go there.
Hit left and right.
Yep. Zach's put in Discord today. He bought some candles to freshen the air because he heard you were around. So there you go. The other thing that I read, but then after listening to mostly the defense yesterday, well, I listened this morning, but you guys watched it yesterday. So Miranda supposedly went and how she found, because I was always kind of like, how did Miranda find out about this information of what Chante did? She supposedly found out 4 months after it happened at a party when they were trying to decide who was driving home or whatever. Chante allegedly made a joke that she could not drive because she hit that white man and was laughing about it. I have no idea if that is true or false, but that is supposedly how Miranda found out the information, because I didn't know how long it took um, between the time that they found him, because they didn't know what happened to him, and why would they suspect Chante? That didn't, like, just out of the blue. They didn't. So she sounds like she told on herself. She had to tell somebody. Too many people knew anyway. Even if she didn't tell anybody, you had T, Cleet, Tyrone, and Nikki were all involved in the removal of Mr. Biggs' body. So there was way too many people already that knew it was going to get out somehow. Oh, I'm with you, Jenny. I wanted, I had a Hamilton moment, which Hamilton, if you're listening, you'll get a kick out of this. I needed bubble wrap for my phone this morning because I wanted to launch it. Listening to the defense medical examiner, if I was a prosecutor, I would have gotten up and asked one question. Was his death caused by injuries that he sustained when the defendant hit him with her car and did not get him medical help? Yes. That's the end. I don't need to ask you more questions. I don't care about where the blood was, where the hair was, anything else was. I don't care how he was in the seat. I don't care. Was that what caused it? Yes. The defense closing, there was parts of it I agreed with, but not for this case. When he talked about, like, everybody's got to get a fair trial, blah, 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 all that stuff, 100%. You have me on board. And I'm not saying she didn't deserve a fair trial. I think she got one. But the rest of everything they said was a load of crap. And it was maddening listening to him try to say, you cannot prove that she caused his death. And I'm like, I'm surprised she wasn't charged with first degree unaliving, because they say that, and maybe the law was different then, I don't know, I'm not a lawyer, but they say that premeditation can be a few seconds beforehand.
Yep.
And so if that is the case, to me, she had first degree because she decided to leave him. She decided to not get him any help. She decided to just leave him either hanging in her window, all the way in her car. I don't care. Like, when that guy was like, no, most people, when they hit the windshield, they bounce off. I'm like, people go through the windshield either way all the time.
I mean,
So,
they do, but what he was saying was, like, if he would have hit the metal, like the steel frame, it would have scalped him.
oh yeah, that was gross.
And but
that's
honestly, most of the time when people they hit the, in my experience, they'll hit the hood and they roll, and they will hit the windshield, but it's their whole body hitting the windshield, and then they either continue to tumble up and over or they bounce off. But with him, he went head first, so yeah, that's gonna break the windshield, and he's gonna get stuck.
What's up, whoever? Good
What's
to
up?
see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just like, his head going through there didn't take out the whole windshield. They've already said that there was a hammer involved in taking out the windshield to get him, I assume, through the windshield so they could get him out.
Yeah, he went through the passenger side, but he didn't break the entire windshield. And
Right,
that's where
but
the hammer came in.
But their medical examiner was trying to say he broke the entire windshield when he went through. Like, he took it all through with him. She would have had stuff all over her.
Yeah, that's not how that works with windshields.
let's see, day 4. Gotta think who was
So
on that.
when that was T Fry.
Oh, tea fry.
So
I laugh every time I hear that. I always think of French fries.
T Fry.
Tea fry.
Um, it was really hit or miss with that testimony. If I think for myself in the chat, if they really believed what she was saying, um, I know my mom and I have tried to look up, did she take a plea deal and get acquitted? Because she went so Chante called her, she picked Chante up, she had a cell phone on her, went into Chante's house, went into the garage, saw this man hanging out of the windshield, still did not call 911, and everything that she pretty much testified was to make herself look not guilty. She should have been charged.
Well,
But I
but
would
like,
say that she took a. I'd say that if it was one of those situations, you testify against her, you're not getting
it
charged.
probably would, because it sounds like she may have perjured herself several times in front of the grand jury, and they did not charge her with that. And
Yeah.
that, but like John Gary said, she didn't do anything. But morally, she also didn't do anything. So
Exactly.
morally, she's, you know, guilty.
Like you do,
but
yeah, and like you do have a moral obligation to do things. Like you
I
can
would
be
think, but
charged. No, I mean, well, depending on what state you're in. Um, like Texas, you have a moral obligation,
well, that's what they
and
charged her
if
with, failed to render aid, and that's all they wanted her to be found guilty of.
well, that's technically all that she could be found guilty of.
No, she was found guilty.
No, I'm talking
Oh,
about T.
oh no, she wasn't found. Yeah, I don't know what she
No,
did. There's
she
no
wasn't.
information out there about her.
She wasn't charged with anything, but in reality, she could only really be charged with failure to render aid, and then failure to like basically failure to make a report. But even those are misdemeanor charges.
I'm trying to think who we saw. I have. I don't have day 4. I don't have 4 or 5 written down. I
So
know.
the following, are you talking about the following day?
Yeah.
So the following day, we heard from Jim Souders, who was a captain at
Oh
the
yeah.
fire department. And then after that, we heard from Dr. Raymond. I'm gonna call him S because I don't know how to pronounce his last name. He's a emergency medicine physician, and both of them, more so the physician, had said he didn't have. I mean, besides his leg, that was pretty much severed, he did not have any life-threatening injuries that couldn't have been treated if they just would have taken him to a hospital or called 911, got an ambulance there, something. He would have lived. Yes,
Right.
he would have lost his leg, but he would have lived. And that was a testimony for day 4.
So then who was 5? Because Cleat's 6. I have all
5,
those.
I don't remember 5.
I don't remember. It must have been. So Cleat Jackson testified he was one of the people she called who went over and helped move Mr. Biggs after he had passed away. He did not want to be there. He took a plea deal, him and Tyrone. They were both sentenced to 10 years.
I'm sorry. I have to
That's
correct
okay.
myself. So 4 was actually Max Courtney. He's a forensics expert. So he
was he the blood spatter guy?
Yeah. So he actually had all the stuff from the car the car that was taken apart, like the door, the center console, all of that stuff. He did his testimony, and then part 5 is Captain Jim Souders, and then Dr. Raymond.
What's up, Adair? Are you back home from all your travels?
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, that would be whoever you're right, and then Frank, you are right. If he just probably knew. Maybe. I don't know. There was so much. Was he talking to her? Was he not talking to her? Was it the substances that she had in her body that was making her think he was talking to her? Like, I don't know. But Cleet did not want to testify. You could tell he was having a hard time with it. I think he probably was truthful. I don't have any reason because I don't have anything to compare it to say he wasn't truthful. And then
You could definitely tell if you watched Cleet's eye movement. There were certain things you could tell that made him upset, and he looked straight at her.
I mean,
then he would look away.
I feel bad for him. I think he has stayed out of trouble since he's been out. I don't think Tyrone has. I think Tyrone has been
No,
back in trouble again.
Yeah, Tyrone's got actually a pretty extensive criminal history. I was looking at that yesterday.
And God,
Fleet, I couldn't find anything on him.
I think he stayed out of trouble.
But Tyrone, no, he's had firearm charges, drug charges. Unfortunately, he's been in and out of the system.
That is very true. And I don't know that you could ever unsee that because he seemed to have a very vivid memory of how Mr. Biggs was in her car. And he was pretty descriptive of that.
And yeah, we talked about this last night where, I know you and we have a very dark sense of humor, but we have it for a reason because we got to find humor in something. And I'm sure you've had your cases that you will never be able to unsee, and I have mine. And once it's in your head, it's especially the real gruesome stuff that really tugs at your heartstrings and stuff. It's like embedded in there. It's like burned in your brain.
Mine is Mercedes Lasoya. Jose Ruiz was her and her mother.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
And I feel bad because I can never remember the little boy's name, but I can always see his face. The one that ended up being dumped off the side of a mountain in Colorado after they drove him all the way from Texas and broke his jaw, broke his leg. And we saw video of him. It was horrible. Those two cases, I hope those two men are in prison together and can just suffer because the things that we heard them do and the stuff that we saw during those trials those just aren't going anywhere.
No.
The medical examiner for the state, I thought was good.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he did a really good job. The medical examiner for the defense, I was like, what? I don't like, and I will be the first to say, oh, hey, Brandy, sorry. I saw you come in. What's up? And I did see the eyebrows. Oh my gosh. They were crazy. I do think the guy had a problem.
I think that he's got some neurological.
Yes, so I wasn't, but it was driving me crazy. I could not have a face-to-face conversation with him because I would be just distracted. But his testimony, like I said, it didn't matter to me. There was nothing that he said that mattered to me. He agreed he would have lived if he would have gotten help, and he agreed on the time. There's nothing else for you to say. I don't care how he went through. I don't care what you think happened when he went through. I don't care if you think that he had to be knocked out because he had a concussion. I don't know that is what they think anymore because I know, like, you see football players or heck, your dad fell off the friggin' garage and he didn't get knocked out, but I'm telling you, he definitely had a concussion.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because I remember I called him the day after. I had no idea what had happened. But he's like, I'm going to have to talk to you later. I'm like,
yeah, he didn't feel good.
And he's like, I don't feel very good. And said that he had fell off the fell off the roof and hit his head off the concrete. I'm like, you're freaking lucky. But I didn't want to. There's one that I was gonna. Yeah, I do the same thing. As morbid as it may sound, with other cases and stuff, I actually look at what I've seen, what I've been through with these former cases, and try to figure things out with the new ones. And it's
Yeah. Well, and sometimes I get them confused of like, where did I see that? Because I'm bad with the names too. Um, so I don't know. I'll get some things kind of jumbled up in my head, which is not hard to do for me.
which I do the same thing. There's two cases. I'll never forget the names. Never forget the scene. I'll never forget any of it. I wish I
Right.
could, but I can't. But for all the other ones, I really couldn't tell you their names. I just know pretty much like what happened.
I think Mercedes Lasoya sticks out in my mind so much because we heard the recording of her. Fortunately, we weren't like the jury. We didn't have to see those videos, and I know there was only a few of us that saw them, but I saw when the prosecutor picked up the pictures to like straighten the stack, she accidentally flipped it towards the camera, and I saw for just a second a brief image of her, and it just was awful.
Well, that's like my main case that always sticks with me. It wasn't for public access, but it was Aguado.
Oh yeah.
Aguado, he was 12 years old. He had no body fat on him whatsoever. Weighed, I think, like 50 pounds. Ended up passing away from his injuries. And I thought that was going to kind of be the end of it. Like when I booked his stepmom in, I mean, she was like 4'10". I'm like, how could you hurt anything? And then I booked his biological dad in. He's a bigger guy. He's like 6'1", 6'2", but super polite people. And like they were the quote unquote model inmates. And then I had to pull something up for Medina, which was his stepmom. But which made me go to the not for public access route, and because she needed something printed off for her, and that's when I saw the photos that had been uploaded, and you see this 12-year-old boy that's skin and bones who has a shock collar around his neck, and he's got a shock collar around his neck, and then that shock collar it's got a chain around it, and he's literally chained to the bottom of a toilet. And then the videos of him getting the absolute crap kicked out of him.
I couldn't do that.
It was awful.
Hey, Lavi, how are you? Carly, she's talking about cases that are local to where I live, where she used to live. Not anything that there's not been covered on here because there weren't there were trials. Indiana's really bad about showing anything. So
yeah, cases that I've actually physically been involved with.
Gabby, I wondered why. She's like, oh, that's cute. Like, what is wrong with you, Gabby?
Yeah, I was about to text you and be like, have you lost your damn mind?
She's like, whoops, sorry, just saw a bunny.
I was gonna say, I was like, that's like the case that haunts me. You're like, oh, that's cute.
There are a ton of trials every day we don't hear about. Indiana's weird because they do things weird. They were like, hey, we'll pass the law that you can stream your trials, and they're like, okay, we won't. Or the news is like, we'll show openings, closings, and the verdict. I'm like, who cares? It's everything that happens in between plus the verdict I want to know. I don't care about openings or closings. Like, stop.
Well, with that in particular case, they took a plea deal. Both of them got 60 years. I don't think 60 years is enough. It was horrible, horrible, horrible crime.
Well,
Um,
whoever, I hope they're okay because Indy sucks now.
Hope they don't live on the east side where I used to live because they get shot.
It's they either you wake up and you hear about pew pews, stabulations, or hit and runs. It's like no in betweens, and they're every day. It's crazy. But anyway,
Hold on, I
we
was
should.
going to say the other, and then I know you got to get going because we're 30 minutes in. The other case that haunts me is there's a road. It's called Airport Road. It's got train tracks that go across it. So even though it's a straight road, don't hit those train tracks going fast. You're gonna ramp. And so that's actually where we fill our police vehicles up at. And there's also a deputy that lives on that road. There's a crotch rocket that came through hauling ass. And the deputy, he wasn't going to pull him over. He was just letting him know, hey, look, slow down. There's train tracks above you, or train tracks in front of you. So he did his little whoop whoop. And instead of the crotch rocket slowing down, he gunned it. So ramped the train tracks. Not quite sure how he didn't lose it then, but he didn't. And then there's a three-way stop. And this poor elderly woman was sitting there in her car. She was lost. So she was looking at her phone for direction. And he came slammed straight into the back of her, flipped himself up over her vehicle, and then went headfirst into the asphalt.
Thanks.
And my call that I got was, hey, I need you to come help me scrape this guy off the ground.
Gross.
I'm like, oh my Lord. And that was the first time that I had seen damage like that to somebody. And then we found out, because I was like, why do you run? He had a misdemeanor charge in Georgia that wasn't even, like, we couldn't even extradite it. Like, we would have let him go. We can't do anything. It's not a big enough charge to do something with. And he was 28 years old, and I had to scrape this guy's head literally off the asphalt so I could give it back to his family.
Gross. Okay, we didn't need that last part. Yes, Indy Airport is easy peasy. I will give them that.
Yes, it is. It is way easier than freaking Houston Airport.
Yep, Cincinnati is very close.
Yep.
And I am sorry that she has medical issues. That sucks.
I'm sorry, but I've heard that Cincinnati is actually a really good children's hospital. If you're not getting the care that you need, take it one state over. Riley Hospital is completely children's hospital, and they are one of the best in the nation. They have been ranked very, very high. So if you're not getting the care that you think you need, look at Riley Hospital.
That's insane. Whoever. Oh my gosh. I'm glad that you were able to run and get to the side that you didn't end up under the truck where your bike was. That is crazy.
Yeah,
All
of
right.
course. I thought that Cincinnati was number one because I think Riley's number two. What children's wise? I thought Cincinnati was one.
So tonight we have we're going to, so yesterday they did closings and the verdict. Then she was found, she had already pleaded guilty to tampering with evidence. So she's like, yeah, I did it. And then they did find her guilty of unaliving him, which I think was correct.
They found her unaliving, or they found her guilty of unaliving somebody?
Yeah, which
Weird.
I think was the correct verdict. Even,
Crazy world that we live in. That woman was obviously innocent.
So
said
in
absolutely not.
Texas, the like some of the trials that we've watched in Judge Boyd's courtroom, the jury, you can pick to have the jury decide if, you have a jury trial, so they're deciding your guilt or innocence. You can also have them decide your penalty. And apparently that's what Chante did. So we're going to get into the penalty phase of this trial. There are several different witnesses today that we'll hear from. On Monday, Chante is going to take the stand. So we will get to hear from her on Monday. And I'm excited about that. I'm excited that you'll still be around, Carmen, and
So
get to
the 13th.
watch her. We will finish this up next week, provided everything just keeps going smooth and,
Did
as
you
it
ever
should.
figure out what the? You ever figure out what they were doing with the other trial?
I have not yet, so I will keep an eye on it. I'll look on Monday because I don't have court tomorrow. Oh yes, she'll have a great excuse that it wasn't her fault. And the defense attorney yesterday saying that if she would have left him on the side of the road, that the state had to prove that a cop drove by, a firefighter drove by, an ambulance drove by. Like, how in the world would they know if anybody drove by? You can't prove that. It's like, you are a dumbass. Like, stop it. Just stop talking, which is probably what people are saying to me right now. So I will.
I'll fight them. But remind me later to have Gabby tell me how Cincinnati is pronounced with her Boston accent. I bet it sounds funny.
What happened was the sun was in her eyes and he was bigger than she was. And yeah. Well, thanks, whoever.
Okay.
Some people don't.
I don't give a shit what other people think.
She's a piece of shit.
Ew.
That's a good one.
I don't know what that means, but it makes
She's
me
a
think
piece of shit. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know why it made me think of inmates and female inmates when they sink together.
Ew.
That's where my mind went.
Huh. All right. I'm hitting play.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Counsel for state, you may continue.
Your Honor, this time the state would reoffer all evidence from the guilt innocence phase, and at this time we'd rest no punishment.
Counsel for defense.
We'll call Dorothy Mallard.
I'm assuming this is her mother.
Would you raise your right hand? You solemnly swear a firm testimony about to give the cause now pending before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
If you'll have a seat right here, print your name on the pad there, and then pull the microphone up close so everybody can hear you. Counselor, you may continue.
Would you state your name, please?
Dorothy Mallard.
And Ms. Mallard, you're Chante's mother, is that right?
Yes.
How old is Chante?
27.
And where was she born?
All Saints Hospital in Fort Worth, Texas.
And what part of Fort Worth did Chante grow up in?
She grew up on the north side and the south side.
Okay, let's start with the north side. Is that where you and Mr. Mallard lived when Chante was born?
Yes.
Okay. And does Chante have any brothers or sisters?
2 brothers,
Okay, and what are their names?
James Jr. and Marcus Mallard.
Okay. And is James here in court today?
Yes.
All right. And Mr. Mallard's here in court today, is that right?
Yes.
How much older are James Jr. and Marcus than Chante?
James is 12 and 12 years older than Chante, and Marcus is 7.
And how old was Chante when you moved from the north side?
She was about 7, 8.
And where did you move then?
In Morningside.
And where did Chante pretty much go to elementary school?
Morningside, elementary.
Okay. And where did she go to middle school?
Morningside Middle School.
And when she was in middle school, did she participate in any extracurricular activities?
Yes.
And what were they?
Band and volleyball,
Okay. Did she ever take any music lessons?
piano lessons.
And where would she take piano lessons?
At a lady's house, there was a piano teacher, Hattie Fayala.
Did you folks ever have a piano?
Yes, we have a piano.
And did she play at home?
Yes.
And Mr. Mallard also is an amateur musician.
Yes.
And does he play any instruments?
He played the alto sax.
Okay. When Chante was in middle school, was she involved in the band?
Yes.
And what did she play in the band?
She played the alto sax.
And what about in high school?
She played the alto and the baritone saxophone.
And what part of the band was she involved in?
The marching band, she played the saxophone.
Any other aspects of the band?
I don't think so.
When did Chante graduate from high school?
She graduated in 74, I believe.
94.
No, 94.
1994.
Yes, sir.
And did she finish high school a little bit earlier than her class?
Yes, sir.
How much earlier?
A semester.
And after she finished, so she would have completed her high school degree in December, and the rest of her class would have graduated in May. Is that right?
That's right.
And what did Chante do from December to May?
She took some extra classes and worked and where she could come out with a class.
So even though she had completed her studies early, she stayed around so she could walk across the stage with her class?
Yes, sir.
Now, as Chante was growing up, and even back as she was a young child, did you encourage her and your other children to have savings accounts?
Yes, sir, I did.
And first of all, James Jr., did he have a savings account the whole time he grew up?
Yes, sir.
And what money would go into those savings accounts?
Well, when we got our income tax, we always shared with all our children. Plus, they had to go to work when they were old enough to work, and they had to save their money.
And if they received money for like birthday or special occasions or like that, were they required to put a large portion of that in their savings account?
Yes, sir.
And did Chante also do the same thing?
Yes, sir.
And when Chante was in high school, was Chante, did she start working?
Yes, sir.
And do you remember some of the jobs that she had?
Yes, sir. She worked at IHOP, I think, and she worked at the Burger King, and then she started working at the nursing home, Broadway Plaza.
Broadway Plaza?
Yes, sir.
And when she was
So if anybody of you are wondering why there's BK and a felony in my opening song, it's because every defendant seems to go to Burger King or have a connection to Burger King. And she just said she worked at Burger King. Gabby, did you hear it? She's got BK and a felony. I think Carmen's ignoring me. Anyways, that's why that's
I'm not ignoring you. I was reading.
That's fine. Gabby got it. She likes me
Oh.
better.
Listen.
That is a joke. It is a long joke.
I was trying to go through my Discord messages. Thank you very much.
I'm not a Burger King fan. I wouldn't eat at ours around here. Chrissy from California apparently has the only good Burger King in the entire country. So don't make fun of if Chrissy ever gets in here on a live again, on a live, not unalive. Don't ever make fun of her. Burger
Hold
King.
on. Frank, Can we share that? He'll know what I'm talking about. I just opened my messages.
You live in California too. You still think it's nasty. Maybe I don't know. I'm not asking anybody where they live. I just know Chrissy. Whoops, was in California.
But Frankie boy.
Absolutely.
I know you got something scheduled for Saturday. Can we share it? Or is who's that? Who's it through? Is it on Discord or are you actually getting on YouTube? Because if you're getting on YouTube, yeah, we'll share it. We'll share the link. Be a first streaming attempt.
Okay.
And
I'm
we'll
like, what are you
yeah,
talking about?
we'll definitely promote that and we'll share it on you. So I see it on the Discord. So let me know what you want to do.
Ash, you better be careful. I've been seeing some things happening up there. I don't want you to disappear.
Those
For saying
Frenchies
something.
are gonna get you.
Discord.
Okay.
Aw. Frank,
it's okay.
everybody is. You'll do just fine.
You'll do just fine. I'll be there. I'll force Gabby to be there. Even if she's busy, I don't care if she's busy. I will force her to be there. But if you don't mind, we'll share it in the lounge. We'll share it in the what you're watching, if it hasn't already been shared, and we'll come and support you on Saturday.
I will have my granddaughter, so I don't know if I can
Yeah.
pop in there. I
I'll
will.
be there. Yeah, but yeah, that sounds really cool. We'll definitely be there if we can.
All right. Ready?
Yep.
Sorry, lady. I paused you like you're sleeping.
She's like,
Yeah.
this trial.
I don't want to do this. And she probably doesn't. And I feel bad for her. Like my mom would be like, okay, she did a horrible thing and I'm going to try to make it better. And
Yeah.
also tell her how horrible the things she did was. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not letting her off the hook, but you don't need to punish her. I'll take care of it. That would have been my
Right.
mom.
Yeah. Chew your gum a little too loud. Check the back of the seat. You getting it?
You ain't getting it, but she's going to make you spit your gum out for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You don't snap it, you don't jump it.
Nope. You're gonna lose
Did she
it.
ever in the Campfire Girls?
Yes, sir.
And did she ever do any special work while she was in the Campfire Girls?
Yes, sir. She volunteered as a special sitter with retarded children. That was just something to volunteer for. She did that.
Now, when Chante started working in high school, was she required by you and the family to put a large portion of the money she earned into savings accounts?
Yes, sir. All our kids had to save their money.
And you and Mr. Mallard provided for their essential needs, but their extra money, they weren't allowed just to spend it like a lot of these kids do.
Sustained.
Were they allowed to spend it like a lot of these kids do?
No, sir.
And they were required to save it, is that right?
Yes, sir.
After Chante graduated from high school, did she go off to college?
Yes, sir.
And where did she go?
She went to Prairie View University.
That down by Houston?
Yes, sir.
And how long did she stay there?
She stayed there almost a year.
And did she not do well in college?
She didn't do well.
And when she came back, did she move back in with you and Mr. Mallard?
Yes, sir.
And then what did she do when she was living there with you?
Well, she went to work at Broadway Plaza, and she also went to TCJC. So
And what did she do with the money she earned while working at Broadway Plaza?
she saved it.
When after working at Broadway Plaza, did there come a time when she had enough money to buy a house?
Yes, sir.
And do you remember approximately how much money Chante had saved up through working in savings accounts as a child and then also after Prairie View A&M?
She had over $8,000.
And did she buy a house?
She bought a house.
And was this the end of the summer after she she came back from Prairie View?
Yes, sir.
And where was the house that she bought?
3840 Wilbarger.
Did you and Mr. Mallard have to contribute some money so that she could pay cash for the house and not have a mortgage on it?
Yes, sir, we did.
And how much money, what was the total purchase price of the house?
The house cost $10,000. We gave her $2,000.
And she put in her aid.
Yes,
And after she bought the house, did it need some work on it?
yes, and she did that too.
And how long did it take her to do that?
Off and on, about 6 weeks because we had the house paid for so she could take her time.
Where was she working when she first moved into the house?
I'm thinking she was working at Broadway Plaza.
Now, when Chante first got her house and first went out on her own, I guess she was about 19 then?
Yes, sir.
She owned her home and was working. Did you keep in close contact with her?
Yes, sir.
And how often would you see or talk to Chante?
I would talk to Chante every day and I see her 3 or 4 times a week, every day sometime.
And were you folks active in the church?
Yes, sir.
And what church did you go to?
Shiloh Missionary Baptist Church.
Is that out on the north side?
Yes, sir.
And is that the church that Chante went to?
Yes, sir.
And when Chante moved out from the house, did she continue her church attendance?
Yes, she did.
And would she go on a regular basis?
Yes, sir.
Now, for the first 3 or 4 years that Chante had moved out of the house, did you stay in constant contact with her? Did you
Yes.
stay in regular contact with her?
Yes, I did.
And was that contact for the next 3 or 4 years when she moved out, was it daily?
Yes, sir.
When she would meet y'all at church, would y'all do something after church?
We would usually go out to eat.
And how often would you go over to her house a week, let's say?
Well, when she wasn't working, I would go over there on the weekends. Either I just go over there anytime I had a key to get in.
And would she come to your house?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to move you up to a couple of, a year and a half or so before the accident. Did Chante at some point in time stop coming around as much?
Yes, she did.
Seeing her, talking to her every day, how often would you talk to her during that last year and a half before the accident?
Sometime once a month. And
Once a week or once a month?
sometime once a week or once a month. I mean, it varies. It wouldn't be the same all the time.
Was there a drastic change in the
Yes, sir.
number of times you saw her?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did you have occasion during that period of time to meet a friend that she was associating with?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And who did you meet?
I met T at a picnic.
Okay. And explain to the jury, tell the jury what picnic that was.
We had a family outing and Chante brought T around. And neither one of them was dressed appropriate. And I told her I didn't want her coming around like that.
Okay. And did you make any comments to her about T?
Well, yes, I did.
What did you tell her?
Well, it's just something about her that I didn't know of, but it's something about her that I didn't like neither. I told her she needed to not fool with her.
Did Chante ever bring T to your home?
Not that I know of.
Did you have more than one conversation with Chante about her associating with T?
Yes.
And when those conversations started, is that when you started to see less of Chante?
Yes.
After the accident, I'm going to bring you up to October of 2001. After the accident, did you just stop seeing Chante at all for a while?
Yes, I did.
And were you looking for her and trying to find her?
Yes, I was.
How would you go about looking for her, and what were you doing in trying to find her?
Well, I was trying to call different people that I thought maybe had seen her, and no one had seen her. And then I was just worried, and they wouldn't tell me they had seen her. So finally, she called.
And would you leave messages at her house?
Yes, I did, when the phone was on. The phone was not on all the time.
And then at some point the phone went off?
Yes, sir.
About a month after the accident was Thanksgiving,
Yes, sir.
2001. Did Chante show up at your house for Thanksgiving?
Yes, she did.
And when she came in, how long had it been since you had seen her when she showed up for Thanksgiving?
Almost 2 months.
Did you notice anything different about her?
Yes.
Tell the jury how Chante was in Thanksgiving in November of 2001.
She was awful upset. And
Could you tell by looking at her that there was something wrong with her?
yes, I could.
And did anything happen at Thanksgiving?
Well, she was just so upset and she had scratches all over her arm. And I asked her what had happened. I thought maybe she had been in a fight. And I asked her what had happened and she was just too upset to even eat. So anyway, I told her to do the blessing at the table. And she did, she did it.
Okay. And did she get up and leave the table and go anywhere?
She had to get up and go to the bathroom because she was sick.
Did you press her and try to figure out what was wrong with your daughter?
Yes, I did.
And would she ever tell you?
No, she wouldn't.
Do you know how she got to your house on Thanksgiving?
Someone brought her. I never did see him. I was in the house.
And do you know how she left?
No.
What was that about Chante that made you be able to tell that there was something wrong with her?
Well, she was upset. She was real upset. I can tell when my children are upset.
You said you asked Chante if she'd been in a fight. She wasn't known as a fighter, was she?
No, she wasn't, but she just had a lot of scratches on, cuts on her arms, and that's what I saw.
When did you learn that Chante had been arrested for this?
When she called me, I was out and I called back home to check my answer machine. And she had called several times, but she was crying, so I couldn't understand what she was saying.
Did you learn where she was calling from?
Well, no, not at first. I called the number and I thought it was a hospital, but they told me it was a police station.
How many times had she called you from the police station?
About 15 or 20 times.
And you said she was real upset. You could tell
Yeah,
us.
she was crying the whole time. I couldn't hardly. She gave me the number, but I couldn't have heard it. I couldn't understand it. So I had to just keep dialing and try to work it out.
In between Thanksgiving and when you saw her at the, when she called you from the police station, had you been seeing much of Chante during that period of time?
No.
What does Chante's brother, James, do?
He's a fireman.
And how long has he been with the fire department?
About 15 years.
And does he have a rank with the fire department?
Yes, he's a lieutenant.
And what does his family consist of?
A wife and a little girl
And where do they live?
in Mansfield.
What about Chante's other brother, Marcus?
He has a wife and a little boy.
And where do they live?
She lives on the riverside, river bend.
River Bend?
Mm-hmm.
And what type of work does Marcus do?
He's a computer.
Does he work for NEC?
Yes, he does.
Ms. Mallard, you certainly know that this jury has found Chante guilty of murder.
Yes.
And you know that there will have to be a punishment assessed for that. You know that.
Yes.
And are you telling the jury that you would help Chante in any way after she serves whatever sentence she gets to stay close to the family, to get back into society, to be a productive member of society, and to work hard?
I sure will.
And would you do everything you could to keep her close to the family?
Everything I can in my heart.
Okay. Has Chante expressed to you, since she's been in jail, that she wants to come back and be close to the family?
Yes, she has.
ask the witness.
Pursuant to the court's ruling, Judge, I believe we need to take something up outside the presence of the jury.
The jury goes to jury room, please. Counselor, you may continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Mallard, you and I have spoken before, haven't we?
Yes.
At the previous hearing, the bond hearing?
Yes.
Okay. And you know that your daughter has had some trouble with drugs, don't you?
I didn't until you said so. No, I didn't.
You did not know that your
No,
daughter...
I did not.
Excuse me, Ms. Mallard. You did not know that your husband took your daughter for a drug test?
Oh, yes, I knew that.
Okay. And when was that?
When was it?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know exactly what year. Oh, it was, I guess it was about a year and a half. Maybe 2000. I think 2000, I believe. Or 99, one of those.
Okay. So in 2000, your husband took your daughter to have a urinalysis,
Right,
to have her tested for drugs.
right.
Because you all were concerned that she was abusing drugs.
Because we were concerned the way she was acting.
You thought she was on drugs.
Yes.
Okay. And you know that your son, James, has also confronted her about her drug usage.
No, I don't know what he confronted her about.
Did you know he confronted her?
Well, we all confronted her
What did you confront her about?
by not coming around, by the company that she kept.
Okay. And you'd never met Cleet Jackson, is that correct?
No, I have not.
And you had met Terrence Smith, is that right?
I met him after my daughter got put in jail.
Okay. And had you met T before or after the time your husband took her for her drug testing?
I really don't, it must have, I don't remember. I don't exactly remember when it was because we had the picnic. It must have been after.
The drug testing was after?
No, the drug testing,
Was before?
I met T first.
You met T first. and
Yes,
then
right,
The drug
right.
testing.
Yes, ma'am.
And you know that when your husband took your daughter for a drug test, that she admitted to smoking pot.
Yes, I found that out then.
Then,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, and that was in 2000.
Yes, ma'am.
So you did know that your daughter had a drug problem.
No, I knew she smoked pot. The
You don't think-
doctor didn't say it was a drug problem.
Okay. You don't think that was a drug problem?
Well, I don't know. I don't know anything about drugs. So I don't know what's a drug problem.
Do you think that's a drug problem?
I don't know. I can't be a judge of that. I don't know.
Okay. Well, do you personally think it's wrong for her to smoke pot?
Of course, it's wrong for anybody to smoke pot.
And you're not telling this jury that it was T that was making her smoke pot, are you?
I haven't said T made us do anything.
And you know that your daughter refinanced her house, didn't she?
I did not know it until after it was done.
Okay. And when was it done?
I don't know. I did not know it. I don't know when it was done.
Well, when did you learn it was done?
I can't remember exact when, but she got behind with her payment and we started having to help her pay.
When was that?
I don't know exactly the time. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, how many payments have you made?
I don't know that neither.
Well, have you been making payments since 2001?
Yes, ma'am. I made some. I just picked up the slack. If she didn't have enough, I'd give her the money that she didn't have enough to pay it. So I would pick up the slack on it.
Okay, so you've been picking up the slack since 2001.
Not all the time. No, ma'am.
Okay.
Just some of the time.
Okay, Miss Mallard, if you'd wait till I finish my question, I'd appreciate
Okay.
it. Okay? And you also purchased her car for her.
No, I didn't.
Did your husband?
No.
He didn't help her at all with her car payments?
Oh, yes, we helped her with the car payment, but we didn't purchase the car.
Okay, and how many car payments have you helped her with?
I hate to tell you, I haven't counted them.
Have you been helping her with her car payments since 2001?
Oh, no. Yes,
Okay.
off and on.
And have you also helped her with her insurance since 2001?
insurance on her car?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't think no, I had never helped her with that.
Okay. Has your husband?
No,
Have you helped her with her house insurance?
no,
Not at all.
no, not at all.
And you mentioned that you had a key to 3840 Wilbarger.
I did when she first moved there. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What happened to your key?
She changed the locks and I didn't have a key.
When did she change the locks?
I don't remember. Somebody tried to break in. We had to change the locks.
Okay, but she didn't give you another key.
No, I didn't get another key.
And you don't remember when that was?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you remember what year it was?
It was kind of after she had moved over there. Somebody broke in the house.
Okay. And how many years has she lived at 3840 Wilbarger?
I say about 5 years, 4 or 5 years, 5 years.
Okay. So you had the key for about how long?
When she first moved there, about 2 or 3 years.
And when you, well, I'll withdraw that. We have no further questions outside the presence of the jury, Judge. We'd ask to be able to ask those questions, since this witness obviously has knowledge about the defendant's problems with pot.
They can ask me.
Right, bring in the jury.
Well, it is called the devil's lettuce. It's pot. I'm not saying like the worst thing. She did something worse than that. You
I
know,
feel bad for this mom.
I feel bad for her too, but don't try to like just. You just got to tell the truth. It sucks, but you do, because if you come off combative, it's not going to help her in any way, shape, or form.
No, but I think she is, but I'm not trying to stick up for this or the defense here, but I think the state's trying to trip her up in some things that aren't true.
Well, one, I don't know why it matters who's paying for her house, who's paying for her car since 2001, because she probably doesn't have the money to do it. That who cares? That doesn't matter to me. I would be more interested in maybe the last of, did you ask her where her car went
Yeah.
after
sure.
October? Did you ask her why she wasn't driving her car anymore? Did you ask her why she had to get a ride everywhere? Like, I would be more curious about that. Like, you've already been asked about how much she changed after the incident, how sad she was, and blah blah blah. I hope she was. She should have been. My gosh. But I want to know, like, did you ask about these other things of the car being the main one? Because that would be obvious that it was gone.
Oh, exactly. I mean, I remember when I hit a deer, you guys went out for breakfast and then Dad immediately turned right back around. He was like, "What happened to your car?" I was like, "I hit a deer."
Yeah, somebody had to notice she was not driving her car anymore. And like I said earlier, T, Cleet, Tyrone, and Nikki, and I am going to assume Miranda, all at some point knew her car was being dismantled and torn apart and tried to burn it and everything else. Like, no.
No, it didn't.
Man, if you cook deer meat just right, it's good. But if you don't, it's not. And I haven't tried to do that in like
nothing-
30 years.
Nothing would have had to die. And it didn't. It just looked at me like, seriously? I'm like, I looked at it like, you just did like $5,000 worth of damage to my car.
Kill Cafe. Gross.
Yeah. I think I hit it and it just got up and stared at me. And then
Like-
ran away.
Ow, jerk.
Yeah. Oh, that was a jerk. I slowed down for it and then it decided, oh, I think I'm going to cross the street now that you're going. And I
Yeah. I don't know. Your dad told me somebody he works with hit a deer on the way to work the other day. So she pulled over because there was debris in the road. And she pulled over because she thought it was hers. And there was another deer on the side of the road. So the debris in the road was not hers. That deer on the side of the road was still warm. Somebody had hit a deer right before her. right before she hit the deer. Like, what is the chances of that?
I tell you, the worst one I ever saw was when a deputy, he was going, it was like a way out there in the county. He was going to a call, like an urgent call. He was driving, I think, like 100 miles an hour, so a little over 100, and he hit a deer
Oh gosh.
going that fast. And it just obliterated that
I'm
thing.
sure. I'm sure it was gone. Well,
And,
hey, it was quick.
yeah, I mean, but when you saw his car,
No.
I didn't take out I
No.
hit a female, but
They
she
are-
just looked at me like, excuse me, ow. And then just walked away like nothing happened. I'm sitting there staring at the front of my car like, that's a lot of damage.
All
And
right. I
then
didn't mean to get derailed, but we got to get back
Yeah.
to this.
Yeah,
What's
it's
up?
AT1.
Oops. What's up, AT1? Yeah, oh,
I'm glad I wasn't
absolutely.
on mute. Most, yeah, exactly.
Exactly. And how you doing, AT1?
What it do, fool?
You've been talking to Gabby a lot.
I have been.
Counselor, you may continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. Hello, Ms. Mallard. You and I have spoken before, is that
Yes,
correct? In
yes.
previous hearing.
Yes,
Okay. Now, you just told the members of the jury that early on your daughter was financially quite responsible. Is that
yes, she
correct?
was.
And can you tell the members of the jury when it was that your daughter's finances or the way she conducted her finances became irresponsible?
I'll say about after she had been in the house
We
about
do too.
at least 4 years, it started going downhill.
So after about 4 years of living on Wilbarger, that's when
Yes.
her finances.
Got bad. And if she lost her job, we had to help her sometime.
Okay, and I'm going to come back to losing her job
Okay,
in just a
all
moment.
right.
Okay. When did she move to 3840 Wilbarger?
I think she bought it in, what you mean when? What do you mean?
How long had she lived on Wilbarger?
She lived there ever since she bought the house.
And what year was that?
Let me see. I don't know exactly the year. I have the deeds, but I forgot to.
Can you give me a rough idea?
Let me see after she got, let me see. I said 95.
Okay. So 1995 is when
She moved in the house in 1995 in October. In October of 95.
in October of 1995.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's when you and your husband helped your daughter purchase the home, is that
Yes, ma'am.
correct? Okay. And your daughter, in the meantime, refinanced the address, that house on Wilbarger. Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay. And you had to help her make her mortgage payments, didn't you?
yeah,
And that happened back in about 2001, is that right?
yes,
She began to have financial problems as early as 2001.
yes,
And you and your husband had to help her make her payments on her car. Is that also true?
yes,
And you mentioned in her employment that she could make her payments so long as she was employed.
yes.
Can you tell the members of the jury how many jobs she's had since 1995?
Well, I really don't know how many she had because she wasn't living with me and I don't know. I didn't never know when she changed jobs or what.
Okay. Did she work for interim health care?
I guess so. I can't remember all the names of the places.
Because there have been quite a few, haven't there, Miss Mallard?
I really don't know.
Okay. So you have no idea your daughter's employment history.
Not really.
Would it surprise you to know that she worked at 13 different jobs since 1995?
No.
That wouldn't surprise you at all, would it?
Well, no, it wouldn't surprise me because she was working at one or two at the same time because one didn't pay enough money.
Okay, so that's your understanding of why she left one job for another?
Well, I don't know the understand. I don't have an understanding why she left one job to another.
Okay, would it surprise you to know that she worked at 13 different jobs when those jobs did not overlap?
Okay. No,
I mean, would that surprise you, Ms. Mallard?
everything surprises me now.
And that's because you really don't know what your daughter's been doing. Isn't that true, Ms. Mallard?
No, I'm not with her 24 hours. I don't know what nobody's doing.
But you're really not with her for a much longer time period than that. Isn't that true?
I don't understand.
Let me ask it this way. Your daughter had a problem with pot as early as 2001, didn't she?
I don't know that. No, I don't know that. I took her to the doctor to have her tested because she was acting real weird.
You took her to the doctor?
Me and my husband took her to the doctor.
Okay, so you're talking about the time that both of you.
That's the only time I know about it.
Okay. And when was that?
I don't know exactly what year that was, but I say about 2 years ago, a little bit, maybe 2.5.
And you took her to the doctor with your husband because you're good parents, right?
We hope so.
You loved your daughter.
Yes, we do.
You were there for your daughter.
Yes, we were.
And you wanted to help her with a drug problem.
No, we didn't know she had a drug problem.
Why did you take her to the doctor?
I took her to the doctor because she was acting funny, and I didn't know what she was doing, so I took her to the doctor.
And what did you ask the doctor to do?
I asked the doctor to examine her, but she was 21, so he told me I had no authority.
Okay. When did you and your husband take her for a drug screen, Miss Mallard?
I don't know exactly the date, so I don't want to say. I don't know. I don't remember.
Is that the same time you're speaking of when you mean the doctor? Or are you talking about a separate time?
No, I'm not talking about a separate time.
Okay.
I only took her once.
And your daughter admitted to smoking pot then, didn't she?
No, she didn't, no, she didn't admit it.
She didn't admit it to you?
No, she did not.
She didn't admit it to your husband?
No, she did not.
She didn't admit it to the doctor?
She didn't have to admit. The doctor said, and we asked the doctor, and he said that he didn't have to tell us nothing.
Okay. Well, Miss Mallard, did you learn that your daughter was smoking pot back then?
No, I did not learn nothing.
Miss Mallard, didn't you just testify outside the presence of the jury that you'd learned your
I
daughter?
said that, I didn't learn that I don't know anything about pot myself. I said we took her to the doctor to have a test made. I guess it's a drug test or whatever, but I didn't know she was smoking pot.
Didn't you just testify, Miss Mallard, outside the presence of this jury that your daughter was smoking pot and you learned that fact back then?
From the doctor.
From anyone at that time, Miss Mallard?
Well, that's the only one I could have learned it from. It was the doctor, I guess.
Well, did you learn it from the doctor then?
I guess I did. I don't know.
Miss Mallard, when you testified previously at the hearing, you were asked some questions about your daughter's friends.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
No, not really.
Okay. Did you ever meet Cleet Jackson?
I met him when my daughter went to jail.
Did you ever meet Tyrone Cleveland?
No.
Did you ever meet Terrence Smith?
Terrence? No, I don't think so.
Did you ever meet Derek Green?
No.
You don't have any idea who your daughter used to associate with, do you?
I sure don't.
I'll pass this witness.
Ms. Mallard, you knew pretty well who she associated with up until about 1.5 years before this accident, didn't
I sure did.
you? Okay. And that's when you kind of lost regular touch with her.
I did.
Let me ask you about the car that Chante bought, that you helped a little bit on the payments. Did she buy that car with her own credit?
Yes, she did.
Okay. And did she make most of the payments on that car?
She made just about all of them except the last 6 months of it.
And during that last 6 months of it, you had to help a little bit on that.
Yes.
And the matter of fact, this car got paid off right about the time of the accident.
Sure did.
Pass witness.
Ms. Mallard, do you know what your daughter did with the money that she gained when she refinanced her house?
No, I didn't. I didn't know she had refinanced until it was maybe 6 months later.
No further questions, Judge.
No question.
You may step down. Counsel for defense, you may call your next witness.
Were they trying to insinuate that she bought a car when she refinanced her house? She took the equity from her house and
I don't know what they
Right,
were trying to.
bought a car. I don't know. I didn't. Who cares what her finances were like? This whole thing had nothing to do with finances.
Well, it's like I'm sitting there thinking, like, if I refinance my house, like, am I gonna call and tell you about it?
Yes,
I mean, me, yes, I probably would.
you're gonna call and tell me before you're gonna call, tell me you're thinking about it. You might do
While
it
it's happening.
while it's happening, and when you're finished.
That's probably true. I probably would do that. But that's also because I'll sit there and tell you about my bowel movements that day.
Yeah, it's nice.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Yes, parents are good for helping out, but when it comes to what their kids are up to, they're kept in the dark because we are all like that for the most part. My kids are very honest with me. And sometimes I'm like, please stop talking. But my parents, their parent, my parents' parents, we just all kind of, I don't
I mean,
know.
I
There's
wasn't
parts of your
honest.
life you didn't share.
Yeah, I mean, there's parts of my life I still don't share because
And that's
it's
fine.
it's none of your business. And then, but like growing up, like when I was a teenager, I mean, I've told you now, like there were several times where you thought that I was somewhere and I wasn't, or you thought that I was doing something or didn't think I was doing something and I was. Yeah, don't worry. I'll tell Gabby all about it.
Ash, I love that you have a Nokia phone that still works. That's awesome.
Those things are indestructible.
Yes, they are. They are going to be here with the cockroaches after we all die.
Yeah.
The cockroaches be on like the Nokia phones. These things are the best.
Wow, this is amazing.
All right, let's see who the next contestant is.
Oh, I thought it was
James Mallard.
Oh, it's her dad.
Would you raise your right hand? You solemnly swear a firm testimony about the given cause now pending before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you out. If you'll come right up here, have a seat, print your name on the pad there, and pull the microphone up close so everybody can hear you. Counselor, you may continue.
Would you state your name for the jury?
James Mallard.
You're Chante's dad.
Right.
Mr. Mallard, what type of work do you do?
I'm retired now.
And when you did work, what type of work did you do?
I drove a truck, roadway,
How long did you drive a truck for roadway?
26 years.
And do you go to the Shiloh Baptist Church
Yes, sir.
out on the north side?
Yes, sir.
How long you been a member of that church?
A little over 60 years.
How old were you when you first joined the church?
About 6.
And is that the church that Chante went to?
Yes, sir.
And when Chante was growing up, did she go to church with you guys on a regular basis?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mallard, you know that this jury's convicted Chante of murder
Yes, sir.
and that she's going to have to be punished for that.
Yes, sir.
And can you tell this jury that when Chante serves her sentence, that you'll be there for her
I will. Yes, sir.
and that you'll try to keep her close to the family again
All right. I will.
and that you'll do everything you can to get her back into society and be a productive member of society again?
I will. Yes, sir.
I'm not going to go over everything that Ms. Mallard testified to, but you pretty much agree with what she said.
I do. Yes, sir.
Okay. And do you agree with the fact that Chante stayed very close to the family up until about a year and a half before this happened?
I do. Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you love your daughter?
Yes, sir.
And are you asking the jury to, whatever sentence they give her, to make it one that she can, at some point in time, get back into society and back with her family?
Yes.
Pass the witness.
We have no questions, Your Honor.
You may step down. Counsel for defense, you may call your next witness.
James Mallard Jr.
Would you raise your right hand? You solemnly swear or affirm testimony about to give and the cause now pending before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
You'll have a seat right there. Print your name on the pad and pull the microphone up close so everybody can hear you. Counselor, you may continue.
Would you tell the jury your name?
James Mallard Jr.,
How old are you, Mr. Mallard?
37.
And what do you do for a living?
I work for the Ford Fire Department.
And how long you been with them?
15 and a half years.
What do you do for them?
I'm a lieutenant on an engine company.
And where is your fire station that you work at?
Station 10 on Hemp Hill.
How much older are you than Chante?
11 years.
Your oldest brother?
Yes.
You've heard your mother and father testify, and I don't want to go through all that with you, but you agree basically with their testimony?
Yes.
And you know this jury has convicted Chante of murder,
Yes.
and there has to be a punishment assessed.
Yes.
And when Chante serves her sentence, will you tell this jury that you'll be there for her,
Yes, I will.
that you'll be there to guide her and keep her close to the family,
Yes.
and try to help her every way you can to get her back into society so she someday could be a productive member of society?
Yes.
Pass the witness.
Judge, may we take the matter up outside the presence of the jury?
Okay.
I'll do
What's
it.
up, let's go.
I hacked the shit out of your computer. But if somebody actually really did hack your computer, I'm sorry. That sucks.
Yes, that would. Yes. Sorry that happened to you. That's, you kind of got enough on your plate right now. Let's go.
I was
If she
wondering why you
called-
weren't messaging me back. Now I know.
If she would have called him instead of Cleet, you got Cleet, T, Tyrone, and Nikki. The victim would be alive, and Chante would probably have done 6 months. Probably right, John Gary. He kind of looks, well, he's probably sad too. That dad made me sad. Like I said, for him, not her.
I hate
When
seeing
men
men
cry.
but when men cry, it chokes me up every time. Like I was so happy that I was getting my best at that time because I'm freaking cold.
I was going to ask if your arms were warm, but your chest was cold.
No, I'm trying to keep my core temperature, and this was the only one I have because the other one, it's in the one that actually goes. But Cheyenne has clients right now, so I can't go over there. So that's all I had.
I think this is for you, Lesko. Gabby says, well, I know a guy who could help, but yesterday you called Boston gross, so Also, Gabby's nice, and if you really asked her for help, she would give it to you. All right. I did not. I apologize that I didn't watch this in advance to skip over these. So, oh, you're just saying like let everybody in, just come on in, get all your. Well, then you probably took all the good stuff off.
Yeah. You took off probably like the good pouring off and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I see my mom's face expression. She's like, why? Why do you
Nah.
have to go there?
No, I'm good. Yep. It's awful. Awful. Ash, I'm with you.
I hate it. I hate seeing men cry. It gets me. Gets me every time.
Right. I'm a real crybaby, therefore a real man. There you go.
Exactly. Real men do cry. I will tell you that.
All right. This might at
You
least
know
be.
what?
I was just gonna let it sit there and hit play.
Let's go. I'm gonna roast her.
All right, let's see what happens.
Counselor, you may continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Mallard, you know that your sister's had a pot problem, right?
Yes.
In fact, you confronted her about her drug usage, didn't you?
I confronted her about it. I thought she was smoking marijuana and I confronted her about it.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said I thought she was smoking marijuana and I confronted her about it.
When was that?
It was more than a couple years ago.
3 or 4 years ago?
I'm not sure. It's been a couple, at least maybe 2 or 3.
2 or 3 years ago, you confronted her.
Yes.
And what led you to believe she was smoking pot?
I guess just strange behavior.
Like what?
Just weird behavior. I thought I smelled it on her one day.
And how was she behaving?
It's just weird. I thought I smelled it one day and I confronted her.
How old was she?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
If you go back 3 years.
If she's 27 today
Okay.
and she was arrested when she was 25,
Okay.
would it have been 2 or 3 years prior to being 25?
Yes.
Okay, so roughly 22, 23?
23. Yeah.
Is that about right?
Yes.
Okay. And you confronted her about it, and she admitted to you she was smoking pot, didn't she?
No, she didn't. I thought she was. She didn't admit it to me.
Okay. And you know what the smell of pot smells like?
Yes.
And you know that that's what you smelled.
Yes.
Where did you smell it?
I thought I smelled it on her person.
And did you talk to her about all the problems with using drugs then?
Yes.
And she swore to you she wasn't doing drugs.
Yes.
But you didn't believe her, did you?
I don't know. I guess not.
I mean, you knew what she was doing.
Yes, I guess so.
That's all I have outside the presence of the jury, Judge.
I don't have anything.
All right, bring in the jury. All right. Counselor, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Mallard, I just
What's up, Sticky? Whoops. Sorry. Carmen clicked it, so I clicked it. All right, you got
I
it.
have to give her mine.
We'll be here and you just handle it from here on out. Yeah, I don't think this argument is doing anything.
No.
Like, I just don't. But whatever.
just have a few questions for you. You used to live across the street from the fire department on Wilbarger, didn't you?
Yes.
And you are a certified emergency medical technician, aren't you?
Yes.
And if your sister had called you on October the 26th, you would have been there immediately, wouldn't you?
Yes.
And you could have saved Mr. Biggs, couldn't you?
I guess I would say yes.
You know all the techniques and all the ways to have helped him live.
Yes.
And you know that your sister's had several problems, don't you?
Yes.
She's had trouble maintaining steady employment.
Well, I'm not really familiar with that, but I guess from listening, yes.
Well, do you know what kind of employment your sister has had?
Nursing in the nursing home field.
Do you know how often she has changed jobs?
Not until all this has come up.
Okay. So for years before all of this came to light, you really had no idea where she was working, and how often she was changing jobs.
No,
And you had no idea before all of this came to light who she was associating with, right?
no,
Who her friends were,
no,
where she would go when she would go out,
no,
what she would do when she would go out.
no,
You didn't know all of those things.
no.
And is it fair to say your entire family had no idea the life your sister was leading?
I guess I can only speak for myself. No.
Is it fair you had no idea?
Yes.
When your sister was about 22 or 23, did you confront her about smoking pot?
Yes.
And tell the members of the jury why it was you confronted her.
I thought I'd smell marijuana on a person.
And you know what the smell of marijuana smells like, don't you?
Yes.
How do you know?
I just smelled it before.
And you knew what it was.
Yes.
And when you smelled it, did you talk to your sister about the dangers of doing drugs?
Yes.
And she swore to you that she was not doing drugs, didn't she?
That's correct.
And that would have been 2 or 3 years before this happened.
Yes.
I'll pass this witness, Your Honor.
No questions.
You may step down. Counsel for defense, you may call your next witness. Would you raise your right hand, please? You solemnly swear or affirm testimony about to give and cause now pending before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
All right. You'll have a seat right there. Print your name on that pad and pull the microphone up close so everybody can hear you. The rule's been invoked. You may not remain in the courtroom. You're not to converse with each other or any other person about this case except by permission of the court. You're not to read any report of or comment upon the testimony in this case while under the rule. Counselor, you may continue.
Could you state your name for the jury?
Pat Steele?
Ms. Steele, do you know Chante Mallard?
Yes.
And under what circumstances did you meet Chante Mallard?
She was a caretaker for my father.
And how long did she take care of your father?
About 4 months.
And he had cancer at that time?
Yes.
And during that period of time that she was taking care of your father, can you describe Chante's relationship with the family and the care for your father?
Well, she was very considerate, kind, caring. She extended her friendship. She gave good advice to my son, who was 16.
When your father passed away, was Chante invited by the family to go to the funeral?
Yes,
Where was the funeral?
it was in Eden, Texas.
And did she ride out with you or some other family member?
My in-laws.
Have you ever known Chante to be physically abusive or harmful to anyone?
No.
Ask the witness.
Ms. Steele, what year was it that Ms. Mallard cared for your father?
It must have been 96.
1996? 7 years ago?
Yes.
I'll pass this witness, Your Honor.
No questions.
You may step.
Has she been excused? Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. Counsel for defense, you may call your next witness. Would you raise your right hand? You solemnly swear or affirm testimony about to give and cause now pending before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. All right. You'll have a seat right here. Print your name on that pad there and pull the microphone up close so everybody can hear you. The rule's been invoked. You may not remain in the courtroom. You're not to converse with each other or any other person about this case except by permission of the court. You're not to read any report of or comment upon the testimony in this case while under the rule. Counselor, you may continue.
Could you state and spell your name for the record, please, ma'am?
Vadonna Spruill. It's Vadonna. Spruill.
How old are you?
32.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a home health aide for Vitas Hospice.
You married?
Yes, I am.
What's your husband do?
He's a budget analyst for the city of Fort Worth.
You got any kids?
Yes, I do.
How old are they?
12 and 8.
What are their names?
Clint and Ashley.
Do you know Chante Mallard?
Yes, I do.
How?
She's a childhood friend of mine
How long have you known her?
ever since she was a baby.
Where'd y'all live in relation to each other when you were growing up?
We stayed next door to each other.
Before the accident in October 2001, when was the last time you had seen Chante?
I seen Chante in 2001
Okay, and where?
at Mariner.
Okay, what is Mariner?
It's a nursing facility.
Okay, and at the time, what was your position at Mariner?
I was staffing coordinator.
Okay. Do you know why she left Mariner?
Due to attendance, tardiness.
Showed up late and didn't show up sometimes?
Yes.
Did you ever see or hear of her abusing or mistreating one of the patients at Mariner?
No, I didn't.
Did there ever come a time when Chante came to live with you for a little while?
Yes, she did.
When was that?
It was at the end of 2001.
2000?
Around December.
Of 2000 or of 2001?
2000. Yes.
Why did she have to come live with you?
She got behind on her bills.
Did she have a plan for how she was going to take care of that?
Yes, she did.
What was it?
She put her house up for rent.
Has she done anything to try and put her house up for rent? Has she taken any steps to try and accomplish that?
Yes, she did. She ran an ad in the paper.
During that time that she was staying with you, did y'all have a conversation about a friend of hers named T?
Yes, we did.
Now, what did you think about T?
I told Chante that I didn't approve of the company that she kept.
While Chante was working at Mariner, did you know her to go above and beyond her duties to do anything particularly nice for the patients?
Yes, I did.
Like what?
She would groom their hair, she would polish their fingernails, and she was always willing to help others.
Did she ever take them on any outings?
Yes, she did.
Where to?
They went on an outing to the zoo.
Chante ever been around your children?
Yes, she has.
How do your children like her?
They're crazy about her.
Okay. What kind of things does she do with them?
We would do exercises like Taibo. We would, go to the park, swimming, movies.
You understand Chante's been convicted of murder, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you know that this jury is going to set her punishment, right?
Yes.
And at some point, she'll be released from whatever punishment they give her. At that time, are you willing to say that you'll be there to support her and keep an eye on her and help her try to make good decisions and be a productive member of society?
Yes, I will.
Pass the witness, Sean.
Your Honor, we have to take up a matter outside the presence of the jury.
Jury will go to jury room. Counselor, you may continue.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I want to pronounce your last name right. Is it Spurl?
Sproul.
Spurl. Yes, Miss Spurl. In the time that Chante was living with you, or in the time that you were friends with her, were you ever aware of her having a problem with marijuana?
I was aware that she had smoked marijuana, yes.
And how old and how far back would it have been the first time you became aware that she smoked marijuana?
I didn't know about it until she stayed with me.
Okay. And that would have been was that in 2000?
2000.
Okay. And can you tell me, was there an occasion when you discovered it, or how did you know that she smoked marijuana?
She was in the process of taking out some weed, and I told her that I don't approve of that in my house.
Okay. So she was in your house, and she was until you stopped her to light up a joint?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And this was back, how soon after she moved in with you would you say this came up?
It was around September, October, somewhere around there, 2000.
September, October of 2000. And how many months did she live with you at your house?
She only stayed with me a week.
Just a week? Okay. And was that the only occasion where you saw her attempting to use marijuana?
Yes, it is.
Did she ever talk to you about any other drugs that she used?
No, she hasn't.
Okay. And I might have misunderstood. Did you, when you talked about living near her, did you live across the street from the Wilbarger place? Or
No, I didn't. I stayed on the other side of town, Crowley.
So you lived near her when she was growing up as a child near her parents' house?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And did you give an interview to the newspaper?
Yes, I did.
And did you mention that Chante had written you letters while she was incarcerated?
Yes, she did.
Do you have those letters with you?
I sure don't.
Okay. Where are they?
They're at home.
Okay. I'm going to ask you to go back and get them and bring them back up here. Would you do that?
Sure.
Okay. And how many letters are we talking about, would you say she wrote?
I think it's probably about 2 or 3, if I can remember, if I can find them.
You haven't thrown any of them away at this point, have you?
No, I haven't.
And you won't do that now that I've asked for them in
No,
court,
I
right?
won't.
Okay, thank you. And I think in that same article, you were asked the question as to whether or not you had noticed any change in Chante's behavior in the time around or after this wreck. Do you remember that question?
Yes, I did.
And I think you indicated that no, she seemed happy and seemed just fine. Okay, thank you. That's all we have, Your Honor.
So, one, I have never heard an attorney be like, hey, we're going to let you down off the stand. Will you run home real quick and come back with the stuff we need? That's crazy. Okay, well, I hope she does. The second thing, though, sometimes it's really hard to tell between the state guy on the state side, attorney, and the whistler on the other side. They sound a lot of like, so sometimes even when I can't see them, sometimes I get them confused. So I don't know if anybody else is getting them confused. The people that keep asking about her illegal substance use is the state. So I don't know why they're hammering it so hard. But the defense really hasn't asked about that part of it. More of her finances, which is like good. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
No, you're not the only one.
Because they sound very similar.
No, they definitely do. I think one whistles more than the other, but it's still really hard to distinguish. What I was going to say is there's several people in the chat, so make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you have not. Or
Yes.
you're going to get Chante Mallard.
You are not. You won't. Please don't.
I'm just kidding. But it really does help the channel out if you guys do hit that like and subscribe button.
All right. Well, let's see. We still got a little bit of time. I was going to say, drive fast. Get home, come back. Don't drive fast. Don't hit anybody. But yeah, I want to know what's in those letters. I'm surprised the judge I'm surprised the defense didn't object to that. And the judge was okay with that. Going, well, can you run home real quick?
Yeah, I was like certain I was going to hear an objection, and then I didn't.
Yes, please drive carefully. Please. I'm confused. I don't know how you guys say that. I see you guys all, but it's got a T on the end of it.
Yeah, period.
Oh, sorry.
Period.
Okay.
But yeah, she only let her be in there for a week because Chante was doing a little puff pass. She's like, I don't allow that in my house.
Yeah, I would be the same way because the smell of it, I can't stand it.
I can't either.
Like, get out.
I mean, to each their own who does it, but
yeah, I'm not judging it. I just don't want to smell it, and I don't want to smell like it.
Yeah, don't do it around me.
All right, here we go.
Bring in the jury. Counselor, you may continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Pearl, we haven't met or talked before today, have we?
No, we haven't.
Okay. I want to talk to you first about the time that Chante came to live with you. That was in the year 2000, right?
Yes, it was.
And was that for months, a year? How long did she just live with you?
A week.
Just 1 week?
Yes.
Okay. And soon after she began to live with you, did you have an occasion to know that she was a marijuana user?
Yes, I did.
And what were the circumstances around that?
I mean,
What happened?
she was gonna light up a joint at my house, and I told her that I don't approve of that.
I take it as you weren't aware before that point that
No, I
she
wasn't.
smoked marijuana. Okay. And for the week that she lived with you, as far as you know, did she honor your rule about not trying
Yes,
to
she
smoke in
did.
your house? And you spoke to, I believe, the newspaper about Chante some time back. Did you not?
Yes, I did.
And you were asked, and it appears you had a conversation with her about what happened to her car.
Yes, I did.
And did you ask her what happened to her car?
Yes, I did.
And what'd she say?
She just stated that she had wrecked it.
And I believe you said she was smiling when she talked about it.
Yeah, she said.
And I think you were asked whether you'd noticed any change in her behavior around that time. And you said you did not.
I did not.
When you knew her when she was younger, she was pretty much a happy person.
Yes, she was.
And you didn't see any change in that at that point.
No, I didn't.
Thank you. I'll pass the witness.
No question.
Can you step down? Would you raise your right hand? You solemnly swear a firm testimony about to give and cause now pending before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
If you'll have a seat here, you'll print your name on that pad there and pull the microphone up close so everybody can hear you. The rule's been invoked. You may not remain in the courtroom. You're not to converse with each other or any other person about this case except by permission of the court. You're not to read any report of or comment upon the testimony in this case while under the rule. Counselor, you may continue.
Ms. Miller, state and spell your name for the record, please, ma'am.
Louise Milliner, Louise Milliner.
Ms. Miller, where do you live?
I live at 3107 Prairie Avenue on far north side of Fort Worth.
Do you know the Mallard family?
Yes, I do.
How do you know them?
Dorothy Mallard and I have been friends for years, over 20 years. And I've known Mr. Mallard practically all of his life.
Did you know Chante from the time she was born and as she grew up?
I sure did.
Do you attend the same church as the Mallards?
Yes.
What church is that?
Shallow Missionary Baptist Church, Reverend E. Chu, pastor.
And where is it?
It's on North Houston Street, north of 183 on the north side.
Now, before the accident in October 2001, do you have a guess as when the last time you saw Chante was?
Before the accident, I probably saw her about 6 weeks before the accident.
Where'd you see her?
I saw her in church.
Was she there with her family?
Yes.
Okay. After the accident in October 2001, did you see her again?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I saw her at church.
Do you have any idea when that was?
I would say it was probably from the date of the accident. It was probably 2 months.
That would have been probably sometime in either late December or early January.
Seemed like it was late December.
Did you notice anything about her when you saw her at church that time?
Well, yes.
And what'd you notice?
I spoke to her and I noticed she seemed, her demeanor seemed a little different from what she usually do. She seemed a little sad.
Okay. Do you know if she volunteered with the nursery at church?
Yes.
And what did she do?
She volunteered at the nursery with the with the babies and things out in the nursery. It's the nursery have for the kids that's too small to bring in church.
Is that where they take the little kids during services so the adults can go into services?
Yes.
All right. Have you ever known Chante to be physically violent or abusive towards another person?
No, I haven't.
All right. Now, you understand Chante has been convicted of murder, correct?
Yes,
And you know that this jury is going to set her punishment.
yes,
After she is released from whatever punishment they give her, will you be willing to say that you'll be there and try and help support her and keep an eye on her and help her try to be a productive member of society?
yes, I will.
Pass the witness, Shauna.
Ms. Milliner, you and I have never spoken, have we?
No,
And the Mallards religiously attend church.
Sorry, I was trying to pause it before she started talking. Thank you so much, Sticky. $20 super chat. Okay, Gabby, you talked me into it. I'm a sucker for peer pressure. Carmen, stop it. Thank you, Carmen, but stop it.
Noise. I
Noise.
live my life. Noise.
Noise.
You are well on your way to that new computer.
I'm trying.
So those of you who don't know, all super chats, super stickers, memberships, gifted memberships, and whatever else that you may bring to the table, all goes to a new computer for Miss AJ, my mama herself, because she needs one.
I do.
And
And thank you for everyone for just being here. So I appreciate it. And I appreciate everything that everyone does. So I don't want anybody to think I don't ever want anybody to do anything they can't afford. So please don't ever feel pressure to do anything because I'm just
you
grateful to
bought
have
$20
you here.
back then.
I didn't tell you, don't count. Well,
Send
Sticky.
me if you're in our Discord, send me a message.
He is in our Discord. He was in there
Oh.
once.
Send me a message, or my mom a message.
All right. So I don't know if the thing at the bottom's helping you. Obviously, when the woman's talking, she's the only female attorney in there. So that one's not hard to figure out, but I'll try to keep him straight. I had to sit there and watch her. I was trying to see who this witness was looking at to make sure that it was still the defense. And she was looking everywhere but the attorney. I'm like, look at who's talking to you, please. All right, here we go.
Mr. Big Spirits who's talking to her.
Well, if I can figure it out, you can figure it out. I promise.
Church, right?
yes.
They're there every Sunday, right?
I wouldn't say every Sunday, but they're there often because I'm not there every Sunday.
Okay.
I don't know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But they've been members of the Shiloh Baptist Church for years, haven't they?
Yes,
And their daughter Chante does not attend like they do, does she?
not as often as they do.
In fact, it would be months in between her visits to church, wouldn't it?
I wouldn't say that. It may be quite some time, but I don't know how many months it would be.
Okay. But she would not attend church like her parents.
No, not as often as her parents.
Right. And when did she volunteer at the nursery at the church?
When did she volunteer at the nursery at the church?
Yes, ma'am.
When she was attending church quite often during her high school days.
Oh, when she was in high school?
Uh-huh.
Okay. We'll pass the witness, Judge.
No further questions. May this witness be excused.
No objection.
Absolutely,
All right.
Judge.
Thank you very much. Counsel for defense, you may call your next witness.
Your Honor, we'll call Barbara Cabell.
Would you raise your right hand? You solemnly swear a firm testimony about to give and cause now pending before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. All right. If you'll have a seat right here, print your name on that pad and pull the microphone up close so everybody can hear you. The rule's been invoked. You may not remain in the courtroom. You're not to converse with each other or any other person about this case except by permission of the court. You're not to read any report of or comment upon the testimony in this case while under the rule. Counselor, you may continue.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Can you state and spell your name for the record, please, ma'am?
My name is Barbara Walton Cabell, B-A-R-B-A-R-A, W-A-L-T-O-N-C-A-B-B-I-L.
Ms. Cabell, what do you do for a living?
I'm an instructional specialist with Fort Worth ISD.
Where do you work? What school?
I work at Morningside Middle School.
You married?
Yes,
In fact, you got an anniversary this week, right?
that's correct.
How long you been married?
It'll be 18 years.
You have any children?
I have two.
How old are they?
I have a 14-year-old son and a 10-year-old son.
How do you know Chante?
I taught Chante. She's in my 6th grade science class,
Okay.
and I coached her in 8th grade,
What'd you coach her in?
volleyball.
Now, after she left middle school, did you have any way to keep track of Chante?
Yes,
How'd you do that?
she went to one of our feeder schools, which is O.D. Watt High School, and I would often go to football games, and she was in the band. And I had a former coworker who was one of my best friends, and I kept in touch with my coworker. Would always ask about Chante and how she was doing.
When was the last time before October 2001 you'd personally seen her?
I think it was the summer before that.
Sometime the summer of 2001?
Yes,
And where did you see her?
at a store.
Now, when you taught her in school, did you find that she had trouble expressing herself verbally?
Yes, sir. Yes, we have all of the students, but Chante was coded LD, which is learning disability. She was in special ed.
She was eventually released from special ed, right?
That's correct.
Did you ever know Chante to be physically abusive or violent toward another person?
No,
You know she's been convicted of murder.
yes,
Okay. And you know this jury is going to set her punishment.
yes.
After she is released from whatever punishment they give her, would you be willing to become an active part of her life and keep an eye on her and try and help her be a productive member of society and make good choices?
I will.
That's witness shown.
Is it, I can't remember my writing, Cavril?
Cabell. Yes.
Sorry. You knew Chante, you taught her in 6th grade, and you coached her in the 8th grade.
Yes.
And the problem is the special ed period that she had, was that during the 6th or the 8th grade?
I'm not sure when they released her.
Okay. When did it start?
I believe it started when she was in elementary.
Okay. And you don't know whether it was the 6th or 8th grade when they released her?
No.
At some point they released her, so she wasn't going to special ed classes anymore?
At some point, they have an art committee that will dismiss students from special ed.
Okay. You dismiss them because you don't have room for it?
There could be several factors involved in that. A family could request, the art committee itself could meet and decide, okay, we can dismiss this student. Maybe she doesn't need the services any longer.
Okay. Do you know what she was doing for a living before she was arrested? What type of work she did?
I think I'd heard what she was doing.
Okay. But you haven't, how long has it been since you've had any regular contact with Chante?
Probably high school.
Okay. That's about 5-6 years.
She's 25. I'm sure she finished at 18.
Okay. 7 years? That's the witness.
Kel, do you remember why, or do you have any personal knowledge of when or why Chante was taken out of the special education program?
I don't know exactly why she was removed from the program. All I know is she was coded LD, which means she's a slow learner basically. And when you give a curriculum and everything, you have to break it down into small pieces or parts for her, depending on what her IEP specifies.
And did her learning disability manifest itself in her ability to verbally communicate with others?
That's correct.
How did her learning disability manifest itself? What was one of the ways?
Well, it was just hard for her to communicate and really understand most materials.
No further questions.
No other questions, Your Honor. She can be released.
All right, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, why don't we go on and take the afternoon break? If you'll go with bailiff, they'll take care of you. Would you raise your right hand? You solemnly swear a firm testimony you're about to give in the cause now pending before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. If you'll come right up here and have a seat, and if you'll print your name on the pad there and pull the microphone up close so everybody can hear you. Sure. The rule's been invoked. You may not remain in the courtroom. You're not to converse with each other or any other person about this case except by permission of the court. You're not to read any report of or comment upon the testimony in this case while under the rule. Counselor, you may continue.
State and spell your name for the record, please, sir.
Reginald Andrews, Reginald, and last name Andrews, Andrews.
How old are you?
42.
You married?
Yes.
Got any kids?
Yes.
How many?
I have 2 boys.
How old are they?
11 and 7.
How do you know Chante Mallard?
I know Chante from my church.
And do you hold a position in that church?
Yes, I'm one of the associate ministers at the church. I taught Chante Sunday school while she was in high school.
And which church is that?
It's Shiloh Baptist Church.
Where's Shiloh Baptist Church?
It's on Houston Street in Fort Worth.
Is that up on the north side?
It's on the north side, 2823 North Houston Street, Fort Worth, Texas.
Okay. How long have you known her?
Since about 87. Yeah.
Okay. And outside of church and church activities, have you ever spent much time with her?
Not necessarily outside of church activities. I did have a chance, to see her at. I subbed at O.D. Wyatt for some time, back and forth between high schools, and I saw her on occasion over there, and I would talk to her again. And also, in 2000, I was a patient at Health South in Fort Worth, and she was there as well, and had a chance to talk to her there also.
What month was that in 2000?
It was November 2000 when I was there. Had surgery on Halloween, and I went to the hospital over there for rehab.
Okay. And was she working at the hospital?
Yeah, she was working there, and she would come in and talk to me because I hadn't seen her in a while, and talk to her. And on occasion, she would come by in the morning when I was there. And I think once or twice, she gave me assistance back to the room when I was coming from therapy. So, yeah.
Okay. The following spring in 2001, did you have an opportunity to see her?
Yeah, I saw her at church because that's when I saw her at Health South. I talked to her about coming, at church and things like that, and I hadn't seen her in a while, just kidding her. And she did come to church as well. I saw her there, and talked to her mom as well, and told her I talked to her, and the mom was just thinking and stuff like that. So that's all.
Okay. Do you know what activities she was involved in at church?
Yeah, she was. On the junior usher board we have for children, I think, as well, the choir and other activities there, that we had. I'm trying to remember. And for certain, the usher board, and on occasion, we have an all-guys children choir. I think she participated in that as well. So.
Okay. She ever work in the nursery?
And she worked in the nursery as well. A lot of the high school kids, like we most do, to avoid church, we go work in the nursery as well and help out with the young kids. It was a good thing, and we're glad that they did help out some of the older people out there.
Okay. Have you ever known her to be physically abusive or violent to another person?
No, never. I mean, all the time I've known her, she's always been, very cordial to me, very respectful to me, and always treated me nice. Yeah. So even playing with other kids and stuff.
Okay. Now, you understand Chante's been convicted of murder?
Yes, I understand that.
And you understand that this jury is going to decide what her punishment's going to be?
Oh, sure. I understand that as well.
Once she is released from whatever punishment they give her, would you be willing to say that you will be there for her and support her and watch over her and make sure that she doesn't stray off the path again?
Oh, sure. And especially at the church. I mean, that's our responsibility, is no matter who they are, you welcome them back and make sure that they were, once again, restored to fellowship and, basically be there as a, big brother, whatever, take them back into
the fold.
We'll take them back into the fold. And I think that everyone, in the church would as well. I mean, the support, here as well.
Your Honor, we'll pass the witness.
No questions, Your Honor.
Maybe he be excused.
No problem with that.
Thank you very much. Counsel for defense, you may call your next witness.
We'll call Lucille Hamilton.
Would you raise your right hand? You solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give in the cause now pending before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
If you'll have a seat right here, print your name on the pad there, and pull the microphone up close so everyone can hear you. The rule's been invoked. You may not remain in the courtroom. You're not to converse with each other or any other person about this case except by permission of the court. You're not to read any report of or comment upon the testimony in this case while under the rule. Counselor, you may continue.
Mrs. Hamilton, would you please state and spell your name for the record?
Spell my name,
Yes, ma'am.
Lucillehamilton.
Ms. Hamilton, what do you do for a living?
I am the secretary with the Shiloh Missionary Baptist Church.
How do you know Chante Mallard?
I've met Chante Mallard through her mother at the church. She's been there all of her life, and I was a secretary there when she was born.
How long have you been the secretary at Shiloh Baptist Church?
Over 30 years.
Chante involved in any activities at the church?
Yes, she was in the Sunday school, Vacation Bible School, worked with the nursery, helping little children out there at the nursery at the church.
Before October 2001, when this accident occurred, when was the last time you had seen Chante?
Approximately 2001, I met Chante. I ran up on her by accident at Health South where she worked, and I walked up to her and asked her how she was doing, and that was the last time I had met Chante.
What were you doing at Health South?
Visiting a patient.
Who was it?
Reginald Andrews.
Have you seen Mr. Andrews up here today?
Yes, I have.
He's the one that just walked out before you.
Yes.
Have you ever known Chante to be physically violent or abusive to another person?
No, I haven't.
All right. Now, you understand Chante's been convicted of murder,
Yes.
and this jury is going to decide what her punishment's going to be.
Yes.
After she's released from whatever punishment they give her, would you be willing to say that you would be there to support her and watch over her and try and help her make better decisions and lead a productive life?
I certainly will.
Pass witness.
Your Honor, we have no questions.
May she be excused?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you very much. Counsel for defense, you may call your next witness.
Call Angela Taco.
Would you raise your right hand, please? You solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give in the cause now pending.
That just made. Oh my gosh. It's only funny because we were talking about taco salad earlier. But obviously, by the look of one, they got everybody from her church or her parents' church. And two, these last few witnesses aren't getting to her as much because her face is not as red, her eyes aren't as red. Carmen, I am reading that in Homer Simpson's voice, whoever, tacos. You get
Got me
that?
right when I took a drink.
Oh my gosh.
I
We needed it.
apologize.
We needed it. It's okay.
Came out my nose.
Great minds. All right. Back.
That looks like shut up.
Every time he's like, have you ever known her to be abusive to anybody? I'm like, well, there was that one time.
Yeah, there's that one time. I did get that fizzy. Got that fizzy coming out of my freaking nose.
She had just taken a drink.
I just took a drink. And they were like, so-and-so tacos. And it came out. I had to take myself off screen for a moment.
Oh my goodness. I don't think we're going to see the letter lady.
I don't think we are either. At least not tonight. I don't know if she comes back or not.
But Gabby, I mean, that's not before the accident, just that one time, That one
Not
accident.
banking it.
Yeah, that one time when she hit that dude, you know, and did all the did all the things.
Yeah,
All
she's
right.
like, I only hit him with a tuba last time.
My gosh.
And press play.
Before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
You'll have a seat there, print your name on the pad, and pull the microphone up close so everybody can hear you. The rule's been invoked. You may not remain in the courtroom. You're not to converse with each other or any other person about this case except by permission of the court. You're not to read any report of or comment upon the testimony in this case while under the rule.
Understand.
Counselor, you may continue.
Taco, would you please state and spell your name for the record?
Angela Tacco, ANGELA TACCO.
I'm gonna go ahead and apologize for mispronouncing your name the first 3 times I said it in here. Ms. Taco, where do you live?
5728 Rock Hill Road in Fort Worth, Texas.
Okay, how long you lived in Fort Worth?
I've lived in Fort Worth for 22 years.
Where'd you move here from?
I was straight out of college, so South Bend, Indiana.
Did you by chance go to Notre Dame?
Yes, sir.
When you first moved here, did you meet the Mallard family?
Yes, I did.
How?
I went to work for the company that Mr. Mallard, Chante's dad, worked for,
Okay, and what company was that?
Roadway Express.
And what did he do?
James was a driver, and I became a dispatcher, so we got to know each other very well.
Did you become friends with his family?
Yes. When I moved here, I didn't have any family in Fort Worth, and James and Dorothy took me into their home and into their hearts and treated me like one of their own.
And did you know Chante from being around the family?
Yes, I did.
Did you watch her grow up?
Yes, I did.
Did you ever know Chante?
Actually, John Gary, we had to correct that. That's not true. The overdays part is not true. It is reported out there that your dog is rude, Carmen, that it was overdays, but when
I mean, she is called Rue for a reason. So
yeah,
she gets
I'm
the
gonna let you
nickname Rue.
explain since they're
So
gonna start hounding.
there is a lot of different statements out there, quote unquote police reports out there that state that Mr. Biggs was in the car for several days. The testimonies that we have heard from the people involved, medical examiners and so on and so forth, actually refute those statements. So we apologize for giving false information. We were just going off by what was said. It was actually within like a 12 to 24-hour period. From the
It was
time
in a
of
1
the-
to 2 hour period after
No,
the
I'm saying
collision.
from the time of the accident to the time you dumped.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
It was about a 12 to 24-hour period. Not a couple days that we have previously stated.
Not that it makes it like better. It
Oh no,
does
it
in a
doesn't
sense.
make it any better, but we'll
But-
at least correct ourselves on it.
Yeah. So again, like I said, not excusing her or changing anything. But it just did. We were confused by the guy that helped, one of the guys that helped move Mr. Biggs, and then the medical or the doctor, whoever that guy was afterward, the medical examiner. He really
he's a
confused
medical
us.
examiner.
Yeah. So that made me have to go kind of look a little deeper and see what was happening. And that's what was happening. We were wrong.
So this is really off subject, but one of the first times I got really, really close to the screen, I was like, who is that? It looked like Miss Crew, which was a former coworker of mine. I was like, Miss Crew, is that you on thing? It wasn't, but it looked just like her. I'm about to call her and be like, you got something to tell me?
Objection, misleading. Sorry. Hey, I'll admit when I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And
Well,
not.
hey, I
I don't know who that is, but you seem to.
have no idea who that is, so welcome. but you're gonna fit in really well with this chat.
Is it Let's Go?
Oh, Brandon.
I don't have a boat or any of the other things. So
Well, apparently to Gabby, just because I try to keep my core warm, because it's freaking cold in this room, I have a life vest on. It's not. But you know what? Screw you, because this thing is warm and it has pockets.
like I
So,
said, Gabby,
I don't
it
care
keeps
what
her
you say.
it keeps her chest warm, and
It
because
does.
her arms aren't cold.
My arms aren't cold. It's my freaking chest that's cold. Chest in my stomach.
All right, here we go.
Tay, to participate in any volunteer work?
Yes, I did.
What you think about that?
James and his wife and I are big volunteers, and they and their children also, I dragged my child into it and they dragged their children into it. We would do things like, and it wasn't, life changing or world changing. We did things like, I collected cans because there's a lady on the south side of Fort Worth that takes the cans and changes the money when she turns them in, and then does Thanksgiving dinner for the homeless. So I would collect the cans at work and bag them up, and James would take them down to her place and give them to her. And then we would go and help her out during the Thanksgiving time. I would do little things around the community, like there are people who don't have air conditioning in the summer. It gets very, very hot here. And as I'm sure you know, I would gather the money to buy water coolers, and then James would help my husband go and put them in the houses. Just silly stuff.
Did you ever see Chante participate in any of those things?
Yeah, Chante would either ride along with her dad to give the cans to the lady, or I know that at the church where her parents go, we don't go to the same church, but she would help her mom. They would do the daycare. She was a Girl Scout, and they would do things there about special ed kids and stuff. She was raised by good people who tried to teach, the benefit of volunteering to their children.
Okay. You ever known her to be physically abusive or violent to another person?
Never.
Now you understand that she's been convicted of murder.
Yes, I do.
And you know what it is that she's been convicted of.
Yes, I do.
You understand that this jury is going to set her punishment.
Yes, I do.
Whenever she is released from whatever punishment this jury decides to give her, would you be willing to be there and support her and nurture her and try and help her make good decisions so she can be a productive member of society?
In any way I can.
Pass the witness, Your Honor.
Ms. Taco, did I say it correctly?
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Okay. You know the Mallard family, is that right?
Yes, I do.
And you know the friends and supporters of the Mallards as well?
Yes, I do.
And there have been a lot of questions in the courtroom about the support that will be given to Miss Mallard after she's released.
Okay.
This whole community would support her before her release. Isn't that true?
That's hard to answer. Can I give you more than a yes or no?
Let me ask it this way. If the jury sees fit to sentence her to the penitentiary, this whole community, the people seated over here in the courtroom, they will stand by her, won't they?
Sure.
They will love her, right?
Yes.
They will write to her.
Yes.
They will visit her.
Yes.
Nothing about that will change, will it?
Correct.
I'll pass this witness, Judge.
We have nothing further. May she be excused?
Yes,
Okay.
Judge, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Counsel for defense, you may call your next witness.
Your Honor, we'll call Frank Wallace.
Would you raise your right hand, sir? You solemnly swear or affirm testimony about to give and cause now pending before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
If you'll have a seat right there and print your name on the pad and pull the microphone up close so everybody can hear you. The rule's been invoked. You may not remain in the courtroom. You're not to converse with each other or any other person about this case except by permission of the court. You're not to read any report of or comment upon the testimony.
What's up, Hellraiser? How are you? This guy's voice that just came out of him, I was not expecting it. I think, how is Sarah Boone been? I have no idea. But she's so smart, she'll tell you. I think there's a big, deep voice coming here. The way he said yes.
In this case, while under the rule. Counselor, you may continue.
Mr. Wallace, would you please state and spell your name for the record?
My name is Frank Wallace, W-A-L-L-A-C-E.
Mr. Wallace, you live here in Fort Worth?
Yes,
How long have you lived here?
all my life.
What do you do for a living?
I'm retired.
What did you do before you retired?
I work for the National AFL-CIO.
And are you currently serving on any boards or commissions appointed by the city?
No, but by the counties.
Okay. Which one's by the county? I'm sorry.
The Tarrant County Historical Commission, the Tarrant County Commission on Aging.
Are you or have you in the past been on the Transportation and Housing Committee within the Commission on Aging?
Commission on Aging, yes.
Okay. Where do you go to church?
Shallow Missionary Baptist.
How long have you gone to church there?
All my life.
Okay. How do you know Chante?
By coming to church, and I've known her family for 50 years.
Okay. Fair to say you've watched Chante grow up?
Yes.
Did you ever see her actively involved in activities at church?
No.
Okay. Now, do you know if she worked in the nursery with your wife?
I'm sorry. Didn't get your question.
I said, do you know if she worked in the nursery at church with your wife?
I was told that she did.
You ever seen Chante be physically violent or abusive to anyone?
No.
Now, you know that she's been convicted of murder.
Yes.
You know this jury is about to decide what her punishment's going to be.
Yes.
After she's released from whatever punishment they give her, would you be willing to be there to support her and try and help her make good decisions so she can be a productive member of society?
Definitely.
Pass witness, Shauna. Go ahead.
We have no questions, Judge.
May this witness be excused, Your Honor?
He may. Counsel for defense, you may call your next witness.
Wow, that was the deepest voice I think I have ever heard. I mean, that was deeper than James Earl Jones by far. What are you doing? Yeah, that was like the deepest voice ever.
I about sat there and was like, Sam Hobbs, is that you?
That's deeper than Sam
Yeah,
would.
deeper than Sam's.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, she's fancy now. So we're going to stop here for today because the next person that's coming up is Chante. Every time I say her name, I think of RuPaul's song. And I can't think of the name of it. It's, you know what I'm talking about? Sashay.
Sashay away.
Yeah, something. I don't know.
Something like that.
Holy something or other Batman. Because he's hell tonight. Sorry to hear that, Bri. But good to see you. I can hear the crickets too.
Giving you guys a little bit of outside.
I just can't think of the name of that song. You better work, you know.
I don't know that song.
My ex had a deep voice, but dang, this one was like from center of the earth. Yeah, I bet that room, like you could feel it in your chest when he was talking. That
I
was
wouldn't.
crazy.
I hate to be yelled at by him. Like, boy,
Oh my gosh,
get
you would
over
go
here.
flying through the wall like a
Yeah.
cartoon.
What the hell you mean you disrespected your mother? I'm sorry, sir.
I think I don't know if the lightning bugs are still out here or not. We are
Yeah,
getting
man.
more of them, so I'm happy about that because their population was declining for so long, but now they're starting to bounce back. So whenever my cousin or my nephew's little kids catch them, I'm like, no, don't touch them.
Get off of that. That's when
Let
her voice gets real
go.
deep. She's like, damn it, Bobby.
Like, don't touch the lightning bugs. Oh, it's the branch manager. That's you.
It is. Hi.
They're pretty cool. If you've never seen them in person, they're like one of
We
my
got a-
favorite things.
We got a ton here, and then we got even more by the lake.
Yeah, they used to be super thick, and then you almost didn't see them because
They're making a comeback.
our front yard, we don't have a lot of light pollution where I live because I'm out in the sticks, and they it would just light up everywhere. It was so cool, and then there was you just wouldn't see hardly any of them, but they're coming back.
Yeah, they're making a pretty nice comeback.
It was all from the cars and everything they were saying that was. I'm like, no, it's from little kids catching them, putting
I was
them in
gonna say
jars.
no. It's from those little bastard children.
I wasn't gonna say that. Gee whiz.
I will. I don't care.
No, please don't.
What's anybody gonna do?
I don't know.
But no, I thought
Yeah.
I'd give you guys a little bit of outside. Help lighten it up. Also, I was just cold.
Well, and now it's over. So, so Chante, her testimony is 2 hours long, so I'm not going to do that today. We'll do that on Monday. I'm very curious to see what she has to say and what her excuse is going to be. She's going to have one. I think it's just going to be, I was very upset. I was very sad, boo-hooed, cried, whatever. I was scared. And yeah, you should have been all of those things, but still been able to just get the man some help. Said, I don't know if you're still here or not. One of the other witnesses that you missed, it was really short, and he'll be back on sometime next week. Was Mr. Big's son, spoke about him for he only was on the stand for like 9.5 minutes. The defense didn't question him. He was just telling how his dad ended up homeless, and he said it was because he had helped his girlfriend, and then it like totally just disrupted his life financially. He lost his house, he lost his truck, which made him lose his business. He was also diagnosed with schizophrenia and bipolar, and the son said when he was good, when he was on his medication, it's really hard to keep people that have those kinds of issues on their medication because they take their medication, they feel better, they don't think they need it, and it's just a revolving door that you're constantly going around with them. And so I feel bad for him for having to deal with that, and feel bad for his dad having to deal with that. But yeah, no, good deed. So I'm glad you were still here. I didn't think about that until I don't know what made me think about it. I don't even want to know what you're saying. Because all I see, it's something about tartar sauce.
Ooh.
I don't know what he said before that.
I
Ew.
didn't see it.
Not reading that.
I have to show Gabby that I do not have blue eyes. I have green eyes.
She does not have blue eyes.
I don't have blue eyes. She always tells me that I have blue eyes. I do not have blue eyes. But if you guys want to join us, we will be in Grandma's house here in about a little less than 30 minutes. It starts at 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm sorry. We go over there. We play trivia. It's really, really fun. Just be mindful. We say, as adults, we say all inappropriate comments in code. And trust me, we make a lot of them. And we have to say it in code because it's a kids channel. But we go over there and whip those kids' ass and have no problem doing it. But it's really funny. I got beat by a 6-year-old one time. So there's that.
What'd she just say? Like, she got her ass beat by a 6-year-old.
Yeah, I did. They beat me in trivia. And
Oh,
they beat
okay.
me in they beat me in trivia and then turn around and beat me in Wordle. And I was like, yeah, it's really embarrassing when a kid beats you. But it's really, really fun. Just
But
make
you were
sure that I wasn't. That's one of the nights I wasn't.
Oh, that one night?
That one night I wasn't drinking. I promise I really don't drink that much. It seems like I do a lot on stream. But I will say a lot of those times it's NA. Like it's actually non-alcoholic. But
just hold on
yeah, if you go over there, I don't care. If you go over there, make sure you don't cuss or do anything like that. If you do slip up, I have a swear jar bank, so you'll get one. But after that, the mods they'll step in and.
Oh, thanks, Frank.
I get mine from my mama.
Also, there was just something crawling on her that I'm sure wanted to unalive her because it's Texas.
Not everything wants to kill you.
You have yet to tell me something that doesn't.
I told you about a water bug earlier. They're like the size. They're from here to here, lengthwise. Like they're huge.
Who needs that stuff?
But they're harmless.
It is of the United States. Texas is the Australia of the United States.
Yeah, I didn't realize how many like venomous snakes we have here, and like a water snake here, and then like or at least like East Texas. I don't know how the rest of Texas is, but East Texas, where I live, like the only difference really from a water snake to like a cottonmouth is the band around its eyes, but I'm not getting that close.
Oh, also, a cottonmouth is always angry 100% of the time, never happy, ever, ever, ever.
No, but then I didn't realize so many types of rattlesnakes we have here. Those are cool.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Well, I gotta send you that picture of the one that they on the Texas snake identification. That person that posted that one rattlesnake. That's a cool rattlesnake.
Okay,
I never knew that it was get out of here. I never knew that any of them were that color.
She said, oops. Ugh. She says that they are not.
They're not roaches. Because trust
think
me, I looked. The very first time I ever saw one, I was like, I'm about to burn this house down. And I looked. It is not a roach. It is a water bug. They are different types of species. They're not even in the same realm of like parents.
Ow. That sounds horrible.
I understand that one. I got bit by a copperhead once. It was my mom's fault.
It was not. The lies you tell. Oh, I already did that one. The lies you tell.
It was 100% my fault. I was supposed to be helping my mom plant flowers, and I was like, I think I'm gonna go fishing instead.
And then she got bit by a copperhead, and we spent the rest of the day in the ER. It was great.
We spent the rest couple days in the ER.
She said they do look like roaches. Yes.
They do look like, but they're not roaches. I promise. I do not have roaches in my house. I will burn this thing to the ground. Right. And I will make it look like an electrical fire. No.
Well, now that she's publicly said, we're gonna go.
And just so you know, I've had exterminators here and everything. They are not roaches. They are from a different type of family. I don't have freaking roaches in my house.
Well,
but I
you
am
should've-
sitting on my lawnmower.
You should have went to Shantae's house. She had some. Bad joke, different kind. Gotta do it. You guys all have. Everyone, on that note, have a great weekend.
Hold on, don't end
Wait.
yet. Gabby, can you drop Grandma's link in the chat, please?
I think she already did.
Oh, she did.
Because I put it up there.
I'm
I
seeing
feel
this
the
up.
same way when
Oh. Oh yeah. Shan woke up one time and she was like, "What the hell is that?" I'm like, "It's just a water bug." And I picked it up. She was like, "Oh my gosh!" And I saw her chase her with it, and she's like, "I will divorce you before we ever get married." It was worth it.
She doesn't.
Well, I don't have all. I'm sitting outside. I don't have all my monitors in front of me. No.
All right. On that
All right,
note,
thank
have
y'all
a-
so much for. I'm gonna interrupt you.
No
Thank y'all
kidding.
so much for hanging out. Do not forget, please do not forget to check out Frank's stream. He will be live on Saturday in Discord. It says 4 p.m. my time, so 4 p.m. Central Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 a.m. Antarctica Time. Don't ask me what it is any other time because I don't know. That's all I wanted. That's why I interrupted you because I wanted to promote his thing.
And your dog started barking. I don't go. I go to bed. So I would.
Can you come play over at Grandma's house? Yeah.
I don't. GMT. I don't know. She does not know that one.
General Mountain Time.
Oh golly gee whiz, how could we forget? That's when I started drinking. Have a great
Well-
weekend, everyone. I'm ending this. I'm calling and pulling the plug.
Hold on, I gotta
We're
answer this
going off
question.
the rails super fast. Hurry up because your dog's being rude.
That's why I named her Rue, so she could be rude. The only one that I forgot, Tom, is 69 Volcano. Your vagina is burning. Please see a doctor. Time. Don't ask me what time that is because I don't know. But I have to finish with that one. I have to say it every time.
All right. Have a great weekend. We will see you on
Bye.
Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern time, period. Full stop. There you go. Ouchie. Yes. I don't want to be on
Bye.
that time ever. Have a
I
great
can't keep
weekend.
waving.
See you guys all next time. If you haven't already, please hit that like button on your way out and subscribe.
Oh my gosh,
share,
hit the
and all that
freaking
fun
in
stuff.
button.
See, I can torture you just as long.
Hot mannequin love is kinda uncanny. Click, like, subscribe, ooh, piece of candy. Looking for my spotlight, chasing my vibe. Still looking for my credibility online. Ooh, hot mannequin love, candy on the floor, don't pick it up. Chasing all the clicks, chasing all the views. Credibility's hiding, but I'm bringing you the news. Every little scroll is a mystery, but you stuck around, watch the show with me. Laughs and chaos, that's how we roll. Drop a comment down below before you go. Every little scroll is a mystery, but you stuck around, watch the show with me. Laughs and chaos, that's how we roll. Drop a comment down below before you go.